You know, chat, everything was so quiet, so peaceful in the VTubing world. And then this fucking morning happens. every time, chat, every time that I'm like, you know what? Today's gonna be a nice day. Not too many problems, not too many things that are going on that are bad. You know, we're gonna talk about some good things, and wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Every time, chat, every time there is something that has to happen. What's up, everybody? Good morning. How are you? Welcome to the Vtuber review. The calm before the storm. It's so true. What happened? Well, I will tell you this morning, guys. Plot twist released a document about a VTuber manager, and guys, this person is straight up diabolical. I mean, this is like some of the most evil shit I've read in a long time. Yeah, this person is beyond evil. Not only would they hold their social media hostage, they would continue to blackmail them, threaten them with a ton of other stuff. It is absolutely horrible, chat. Really one of the most diabolical documents I've looked at in a long time. And you guys know I look at these like all the fucking time. It's really, really fucking bad. I mean, this one's really bad, chat. You broke my TTS again. Oh my god. I alert her humor is very real. Also beyond the overall, there should be something else. Oh, it's really bad, chat. Let me pull it up and I'll read to you the list. That's just at the start. This is not diving into anything. You know, this is just the first page in the synopsis. Here you go, guys. Here you go. Listen. Blocking or deleting accounts belonging to talents as punishment. Verbal abuse, gaslighting, sharing talents' private information with others, withholding projects, using talents to promote his partner, threatening blacklisting using AI against talents' will, using talents' mental health against them, not fulfilling contractual obligations, pitting talents against themselves, and claiming 50% ownership of talents, events, and projects. Yep, chap. I told you, this guy is like, he's got more fucking like things read off to him than fucking Johnny Somali does in his court case. This is horrible. Like, holy fucking shit. And this involves a lot of really good people, chat. A lot of really good people that we know. This involves Bibli. This involves, you know, plot twist. I mean, this is just like, it involves Guilty Thorns. I mean, people that we know. People that are been on Tea Time, coming to Tea Time. I mean, this is just absolutely terrible, chat. We're going to dive right into it and break it all down, discuss it. Also has about a 15-minute video that kind of explains things as well. So we're going to watch out. We're probably going to spend most of today talking about this particular manager. It's literally a true crime story. It feels that way. So 0 days without some tomfoolery. It's so true. But how are you guys? Good morning. What's up with you? Happy Wednesday. Oh my goodness. Okay, guess what, chat? You're gonna be so proud of me. Yesterday, I did it. I finished Avatar: The Last Airbender. I finished it, chat. I finally watched all of Avatar. You'd be so proud of me. Let's listen to poor Spider-Man. Yeah, he's not really doing the best right now, is he? He's doing what he can. He's doing what he can. Okay. Here's what I have to say, chat. I want to sum up everything in two statements about Avatar. So number one, they rushed the ending. They really rushed the ending. I don't understand why they rushed it so much. Like, they really didn't have to, but they did. They rushed the ending way too much. I don't know the backstory of like all the stuff going on with Avatar or whatever. Like, I never really kept up with Avatar from the beginning, so I don't know if that's like a pretty normal like sentiment about the show. Like, they just really rushed it. But that is my first opinion. They rushed it way too much. Like, it kind of almost took away from the beauty of the anime in itself. It was so good. Oh, there's supposed to be a fourth season, but I got that. See, okay, I feel like I feel like they rushed so many things. They rushed Zuko's like closing line. They they rushed every character. They rushed like Korra. They rushed Aang. Like he never the lion turtle thing just comes out of nowhere. There's no buildup. Azula just goes crazy, like for no reason. Like not talking about the animated show, like God damn it, Kirby. There's like a lot of things like Aang never got to close up his thoughts with like Roku. Like there were so many things and I'm just like they never closed it out. So I need to look at the history. OC Plus, holy shit, it was rushed. Are you kidding? Look, first up, they don't answer anything about Zuko's mom. Second up, they don't even like explain the lion turtle. They don't even explain to you how his chakra got realigned. You're just supposed to assume. Like, he didn't close up stuff with Roku. Zuko never close up stuff with his mom. He also never close up stuff with Azula because once Azula's defeated, you never see her again. She's just like gone. They never close up stuff with Iroh and Zuko 100%. They just kind of like hugged it out. That was it. Yeah, no. I will tell you the animated series, they rush in. But all in all, it was pretty good. It's a pretty good series, chat. I did enjoy it. And to fill things up with the comics makes sense. But like, I don't want to read the comics. I want to watch the anime. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, they did speedrun it. But I don't know the history. Maybe there was some reason as to why they had to do that. I don't know. I'm going to assume, but best character in the show, guys, definitely Azula. Azula is the best character. Hands down. I just see so much in myself in Azula. You know, me and Azula just really... I just really resonate with that character so much. Like, I'm fucking kidding, Chad. She's horrible. She's horrible. She's absolutely horrendous. Oh my god. I don't know, maybe losing their mind. I don't know, maybe losing their mind that I said that. I'd be like, she is literally the worst. Besides the one lady in boxing say that's like the hypnotized one. Besides her, Azula is the worst. How do you feel about Red Home? I don't think I've read that one. Azula is my favorite villain in this show, but Sokka wants me to go. Oh my god. Okay, honestly, Sokka became the GOAT. He was so like fucking annoying, and then he actually became better. Judy. It's Judy, I think. I think her name was Judy. Who had no powers and barely actual proper training is somebody to keep up. I mean, did get training at the end, but I get exactly what you're... Yeah, he did. He locked in. All right, please, everybody actually knows Iroh's best character. 100%. I agree with you. Iroh is best character. And also, holy shit, I didn't realize he was that powerful. Oh my god. He like... I knew he was busted, but like, I did not know he was actually that strong. Yeah, I don't know. So now I gotta watch Korra. But I've heard Korra is really bad. So I'm kind of like looking forward to it, but not looking forward to it. Like, yeah, there's just like, they left a lot of stuff just kind of hanging, you know? Yeah, bloodbending. Well, that's already been a thing. That was pretty cool. But like, I feel like they kind of wrapped up Katara's story okay with like her mom. But one part that I was thinking about, Katara actually never told her dad what happened because remember she learned about the guy that did that to her mom, but she never actually told her dad what happened. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Yo, what's up, Timpa? How are you? Oh my god, you're on my news today, by the way. How are you, sweetheart? Second season of Korra is definitely not good. The rest of your story is actually pretty great. Okay, gotcha. I feel like they left so many things up in the air. Like, I feel like Roku played such an important part to Aang. Never really got to like close that out. Yeah, Dimpa, if I remember right, I think you got banned, right? For your feet. I think you got banned for your feet, if I remember correctly. Oh my god. I always like to talk about the bans that are going on for a day. At least it was only a day. That's good. You know, I really think that Twitch is very, very And the reason I like to report on this is because I feel like Twitch never really truly ever spells out what their TOS is, and then they punish you for it, and then they expect you to read between the lines. Yep. I love a good redemption fanfic so far. Metal, it's a phenomenal solo redemption. Definitely one of my top 5 Oh, okay, got you. I mean, I don't really get into fanfics or stuff like that. Yeah, I don't know what you guys did to break my TTS, but it's good. I might need to update my VTS pog. So, yeah, very weird that, poor Dimpa is, gets banned for a day and then just like looking at stuff and like, oh shit, I gotta try to figure this out. That's why they ban me. That might not actually even be the fucking reason because Twitch will tell you. It's really dumb. Yep, the feet were just too hot. That's exactly what it was. Even though like VTubers have like their feet up all the time on desks. Oh my god. So we'll certainly talk about it. But guys, mostly today what we're gonna be talking about is this evil VTuber manager named Shino. That is gonna be taking up most of today's show because I will tell you, I just read all of this stuff, for you earlier. Holy shit, this person is actually evil. Like, oh my god. Oh, that's cool. That's cool, Mars. Yeah, I don't really do, like, fanfics and stuff, like, but even still, like, I like the idea of it. I just feel like, unfortunately, like, now that I've watched Avatar and actually, like, got into it, I really like this show, but I can't lie to you guys. I'm a little disappointed by the ending. I feel like they super rushed it. And, like, the more I think about it, the more, like, holes in the plot there are. I'm just like, why? Yeah, no, literally, Evan, like, I was lurking in Ebiko's stream the other day, and she has like a foot like ogle, she just puts it up on her desk. I'm like, yeah, I do want to know exactly like what happened behind the scenes, like, because didn't Nickelodeon release the Avatar series anyway? So like, also when Zuko and Myas is a super toxic relationship. Yeah, a little bit, but I mean, like, she also didn't really know what was going on either, so like, when she found out, she thought it was for a different reason. So, I want to know about Azula's feature. Yeah, me too. I don't know, Alar, I'm gonna take my leave. All right, see you later. Have a good one. Hope you feel better, sweetheart. That's true. They're all teenagers. So like, one thing that kind of bothered me about Avatar a little bit, but my love Suka Nakama in the future. I mean, I feel like their relationship was a little weird, but ultimately, like, he did a lot of stuff. But let's be real. Until Zuko had his turnaround, he was completely fucking toxic to begin with. He was one of those toxic people, like, ever. So, yeah, no wonder it was a toxic relationship. Oh, yeah, he's like, hi, I'm Zuko. I'm a good guy now. I'm like, it's a YouTuber intro. Hey, Zuko here. I'm Zuko, and you're watching Avatar: The Last Airbender. Oh my god. Yep. Zuko's the one with the burned eye. Oh my god, Pachi, I'm doing good. I gotta tell you though, I woke up. And say thank you so much for 19 months. Let's go. Thank you so much. You get a Scully. Scully time, baby. I won't say the switch to his DOA. Yeah, I don't know, censored. We gotta see what happens with these terrorists. Yeah, we gotta see what happens with these terrorists, but Nickelodeon hated Avatar because they did making a show with an ongoing storyline. They want to make things over more episodes of the week. Gotcha. That's so dumb. Breaking news about Shino nonsense. Link coming in news stories. Oh, great. Awesome. Can't wait to look at that. Oh, is it? It's this guy. I remember that. Yeah, I remember this guy. Yeah, I remember this post because we covered this. Spoonie, I remember this where he put this post. He's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna make like all this stuff. It's like the VTuber it was like almost like an elimination game. It was like the Hunger Games for VTubers. I remember that. Thanks for sending that in, Spoonie. We'll pull that back up. But I didn't realize it was that same guy. It's all coming together now. It's all coming together. Holy shit. Yeah, you know what Bite Ramen calls you out? You did pretty bad. So, definitely going to take most of our time today. We have a little bit of other stuff I want to cover. But guys, do me a favor. They're in my pin post right now in the top of chat. Yo, what's up, Humble? How are you? Is my newest video about banana juju. So if you want to go check that out, please go check it. It's kind of a longer video, a lot to report on it. Oh my
Did I
god!
jump scare you? Yeah, I bet I did.
Stop this! Stop this! Yeah, go check it out, guys. And then later today, my first ever queso react comes out over on my React YouTube. So I'll give you the link to that later. So it's about the monkey Vtuber. The monkey Vtuber. I think Juju's been doing pretty well. So ever since then, so definitely quite an interesting situation. So okay, yeah, the HoloLive Nintendo thing is pretty crazy. It's like it's almost like a miscommunication, but you know how Nintendo is. So like, oh, you fuck up one thing, you must die. You must die. Send in the Nintendo ninjas. You know how they be. So it's really not like that big of a deal. But of course, since it's overseas, you know, they're gonna be making a big old fucking deal about it. So it's stopping its way towards Austin. What do you mean, Austin? Like the city of Austin? I saw this stuff on Bakura, it's redonk, yeah. It's pretty crazy. So we will certainly talk about it really in depth here in just a bit. I'm gonna let everybody get in here first, but yeah, so I finally watched Avatar. That's what I think about it. It's pretty good, except for the end. They rushed the ending, but I'm glad that I watched it. I'm gonna try to watch you know, the new show with Korra, see how that goes, see what that one's about. Like I said, I heard it was kind of bad, but Azula, best character. Best character. Oh my god. I liked the ending. Yeah, I mean, the ending was fine. It was just, again, it was rushed. There was a lot of stuff for, like, it left open. Like, why didn't Aang get to talk to Roku one last time? Or why didn't they explain the fucking giant turtle thing a little? That should have been, like, a whole fucking episode. Like, it felt like, because Aang didn't have to kill the Fire Lord, I feel like that was such an important plot point for his character development that they should have spent at least like a whole episode talking about the fucking turtle thing. And then on top of that, they didn't even explain why his chakra got like realigned. Like, I mean, you see it happen, so you just assume, but like, it would have been really nice if like the one like guru guy showed up again and was like, oh, Aang, like, you were able to defeat the Fire Lord because your chakra got realigned. When you got your back hit on the stone. Like, that would have been nice, and they could have closed the storyline for the guru. They just left him up on the fucking top of the mountain, and Aang just never saw him again. You know what I mean? There's so many characters like that. They just left them and never saw him again. That was it. You don't even see fucking Azula. You know what I mean? Like, they defeat Azula, and then yeah, she's gone. Never see her again. Oh my god. What's up, Bo? How are you? I mean, I get it. It was like it's older. It was more of a kids like show anyway. So, I mean, that's fine. But Fire Lord was an uppercut himself. Is that right? He became the Phoenix King. Yeah, man, I'm not gonna read the comics. You know, gentlemen, with bad news if he can't make a Laura live for the next 5 minutes. No, that's not true. That's a lie. Yeah, the guru guy, like, he was cool. Yeah, I wasn't the guru, the one to tell Aang about spear bending. No, that was the big turtle. That was the giant turtle. Hey, you just don't even see the guru guy ever again. Like, he just runs to help Katara, and that's it. GG's, no more guru. They're forced to finish it up, right? That's what I figured, so. I'm doing good, Daxter. How are you? I heard the one about Zuko's mom is pretty good. I do want to know about that. Is there a series for that? Yeah, Siriu, but like, if that's the case of that limited production, there's like 2 episodes that they could have just deleted. Like, first up, the one at the beach, get rid of it. Number 2, the one with the fucking theater plate, get rid of it. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it only happened more towards the end that they were put with this crunch. And they're like, oh shit, like, we don't have any more episodes. Now we just gotta finish the series. And they did the best they could. I mean, it's not a horrible ending, but it's not great. That beach episode was big for Zuko development. They literally could have entirely taken 5 minutes from that episode that actually mattered and just like throw Zuko stuff in there. Was it important for his backstory? Absolutely. But like, you cannot tell me the theater episode is worth anything. That's a fucking filler episode. What about the episode where like Azula and them go to that party. Like, I mean, I know that they have like their whole like yelling match, but just put that part as part of an episode. Yeah, it was. It was just a recap that says, having novels that continue for a series story. So Kanan, think of what reveals happened to Zuko's mom. Okay, what happened to Zuko's mom? I want to know. Because I'm not going to read the comics, so. That was also the beach episode, wasn't? No. I'm talking about a different one, Fuss Dog. The one where Zuko is good. Not when he's bad. When he's good, and he's hanging out with all of them, and he's like, oh yeah, by the way, Aang, you have to defeat the Fire Lord while the comet comes. Yeah, by the way. He's like, oh, I forgot to tell you, but the Fire Lord has this plan where he's going to kill everybody when the comet comes around. Yeah, my bad, I forgot to tell you. Oops. Like, what? You just now told us this? You know what I mean? Like, or they could have got rid of the combustion guy like one episode earlier. They didn't even need him. That fight was pointless. Spirits. I see. Was there one party which made Zuko lose his shit that episode? Yes. Yeah, it was that one. And they had like this random fight sequence that's just like pointless. And they also rushed the whole like whole section with the Sun Warriors. Like they could have just made that like 2 episodes. That'd have been awesome. That would have been amazing. It's okay, buddy. If I ask, it's fine. Your tits are staring at me, ma'am. Well, look. Why are you staring at them? Because you know that they're staring at you if you're staring at them, so therefore you stare first! Got him. I like how he blew up things with his mind. You know, I'm being real hollow. I don't even know what his powers are. They didn't even explain it. They didn't even tell me what was going on. Just like the fucking storm. Yeah, but Buzz Dog, they could have literally just like, you know, the earlier episode where they fought him? Just erase that. They didn't even need that. They didn't even need that. And they just have them fight on the Western Air Temple, and that would have been perfect, you know? Why is Nintendo going after Hololive? Because Hololive did not play by Nintendo's rules, so they're losing their minds about it. They're so mad about it. It's so dumb. So, we'll talk about it. I do want to dive into just a few paid YouTube issues, some partner celebration, things like that. And then we're going to dive into this evil manager, because I think it's going to take a little bit of time to cover it. It's a pretty big story, guys. Why do he's consistently roaming throughout through the series? He was cool, and I don't think he ever took up an entire episode. He wasn't, though. He wasn't a cool threat. He only appeared like 3 times. He wasn't like, he didn't even talk. Nobody knew his powers were. He was just like, me big bad guy. Me exists. Like, they gave him no character development. He literally existed for no fucking reason other than to make Zuko a good guy. Or look like a good guy. That's it. Yeah, ooh, metal arm. You know what I mean? Like, pointless character. Fuzz, he had no character development. We don't know anything about him. He was just like, me blow you up with mind laser, which makes no sense. Because I don't even know what his powers are, because they never explained it. Oh my god. I can't believe I had to watch this show and then go like, look up the comics as a manual for the show. You know what I mean? Like, but I get it. It was a kid's show. It's older, so they don't really have to explain it. Yeah, the guy doesn't speak at all or anything. They're just like, oh, I've heard you're a legendary assassin. And then he's just like, and that's it. Oh, he comes back in the next series, yeah. We'll see what happens. If Sokka could bend.
Avatar, if Sokka could bend, not letting Sokka bend.
Oh my god. Well, is that his power? Because I don't know that. They never told us that, Fuzz Dog. They never told us that. But again, why did we need this character at all? Okay, see, that's what I assumed. It was like, it was almost like a mix of like airbending and firebending, right? He just superheated the air, but in Korra, it says that it's a special evolution of firebending. That's why I need to watch Korra, because I assume that they're going to answer like all this stuff Dude had aura when he was around. He felt like a threat until his demise. I don't know. Even then, like, his demise was Sparky Boom Man. His demise was kind of mid. You know what I mean? Like, he blew himself up, really. Okay, I'll take farting on a lot of stuff, but farting on my coffee? That's horrible. Like, even like how he died, he went out like a, I don't know, like a little bitch. Like, the Guru was the most pointless character in the show for me. Less development, even the combustion minute. Yeah. I mean, he did need to unlock his chakra, but I get what you mean. I get what you mean about it. So, don't expect a lot of answers from Core. Apparently, I need to read the comics, but I'll be real, I don't. He went to a spirit that makes the fates of every living thing to change her identity so she can be with her real husband. But Azula found out and went after Azuko got to reunite with her. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. You know what else I wanted more lore on? Is the turtle lion. I want more lore on him. And I want more lore on the face person, the monster that steals faces. That was such a cool spirit. I like this to look cool pretending to get chopped by the heroes, yeah. There's a lot of world building and extra lore in the comics, yeah. Or it didn't really show up anything in the first days. Ah, shit. Dang it. Drink cactus juice, our quinchum. Not these quinchius, it's the quinchius. I forgot about that. I just like the cabbage guy. Why did they not close up the cabbage guy? The cabbage guy deserved closure to his story. We didn't get that, chap. We got no closure to the cabbage guy story. Why could they not take 5 seconds and animate him in and he gets all his cabbages and nobody breaks him and he's like, finally, my cabbages are safe. You know what I mean? Like, my cabbages. He deserved a good ending, chap. Can't wait for the Avatar animated movie they're working on. Oh. No. Don't call me. Don't call me. Yeah, literally my heart just like exploded. We did watch that battle involving Avatar characters. Well, that's why I wanted to watch it so that way I could learn. Because I can't really do the death battles if I don't know shit, right? So that one got me. I immediately was like, looked at my Discord. I'm like, what the fuck? Oh my God. That scared the fuck out of me too. So, all right, guys, let's go on over here. I'm going to talk about a few things in him. This main story chat. We gotta talk about it. We gotta talk about it. It's Storm versus Korra. I don't really know much about, either one of them. So, the chat, first up, I do want to talk about just a few things with you guys as we dive into today's news. And I do want to talk about, I normally like to open up with ban, suspension, stuff like that. They're ready to be favorite type news! I heard that Discord ping. That's mean, dude. That's mean. That's so mean. So first up, chat. Really important question here. Smash your pass, chat. Smash your pass. This is the most important news we're gonna talk about today. So, smash your pass, chat. Smash your pass. What do you mean pass? What do you mean pass? Wow. Okay, I see how it is. That's fine. I don't even care. Okay. Well, can I potentially change your mind? Poor monkey. Poor monkey. I can't even get my whole chest in the fucking shot. My boobs in the screen. DK never stood a chance. He never stood a chance, chat. Unless they're using the acronym for pass. What is that? What is that? Wait, so how does a spear have a child? What's a method? What's a condition to achieve that? I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know. So anyway, chat, let's talk about some bans. And I know that Dimpa's actually here this morning. First up, chat, let's go take a look here at Dimpa. Dimpa was banned for 1 day yesterday, chat. That is right. 1 day ban for Dimpa. And I was kind of wondering, what the heck caused this? Well, guys, Dimpa actually did give us a bit of information. Dimpa said, I keep getting told that foot cameras are not allowed on Twitch. And to read to us, but I haven't found any issues until now. I think it's because I didn't wear shorts and actually showed my panties. I don't see what's sexual about my feet. It really wasn't sexual. So, I don't really know about the panties or the feet part. I do know that Yo, what's up? How's it going, Soro? Good to see you. Thank you for 40 months. Absolutely incredible. Thank you so much. You know, I do know with feet in the past, we've seen streams that have a focus on feet that haven't been a problem. But we have seen other bands where they have banned for that. So it's kind of hard to say whether they actually enforce that or not. But either way, I would imagine it's probably more about maybe accidentally showing panties. But either way, it's just very inconsistent. So luckily, Dimple is unbanned, chat. They're already good. So it's only 1 day ban. But, you know, even still, like, I think it just calls out, again, that unfortunately, Twitch continues to be, well, inconsistent at best. At best, chat. Another news I do want to talk about some YouTube issues going on. And we're going to check in here with Lunami. And Lunami is actually having issues with YouTube. I've just been demonetized their channel for misleading activity. When all I do is play video games, please can I have somebody review my channel to see that I haven't broken any rules. Of course, we've had my stuff, which was like, you know, sexual gratification. We have Glub, getting of a scams. Now we have like misleading activity. Like, what the fuck is this? What does this even mean? Of course, Ariel is also tagging as well. It's just terrible. You did this to me and a few others in February. No protection has been put in place. But now my friends here is dealing with the same mess. Give her monetization back to her channel. So your AI is messing up or being exploited by hateful weirdos. So, right, real Italian cuisine with Chef Boyardee. All right, you're out of here. GG's. But, guys, please take a moment to go support them. Obviously, really, really wrong for something like that to happen to them. Really, really messed up. This type of behavior from YouTube is just extremely, extremely disappointing. I'm gonna get some of my tea here really quick, chat. Hold on. I can feel the phlegm. I don't want to phlegm today while we talk about news. I don't want to phlegm. So, send me a chat. Offer some support to Lunami on this one. That's crazy. We've seen so many horrible things going on with YouTube. So, definitely give them your support. And the other news, guys, let's go take a look here at hiatuses, graduations, debuts, all that kind of stuff. First up, guys, Hex Juice is going on.
Is immeasurable.
Yeah, right.
And my day is ruined.
Yeah. So Hex Juice is going on indefinite hiatus. Content creation is everything to me, and I can't find my passion for it anymore. They're actually going to be going to law school, and I hope we'll see each other on YouTube or Twitch someday in the future. Thank you again for everything. So, you know, best of luck to Hex Juice. You know, I think it's always more important to prioritize what's going on in your actual life. That's always more important. So, best of luck to them, guys. Also talking about some graduations going on. Unfortunately, guys, Himukai is graduating. That is right. So that is right. Hinata will cease operations on April 30th. Sorry for the sudden surprise. More details and activities up until the 30th will be announced in the live stream. So I wish them the very best of luck. And also to add to that, we also have Alice, who is graduating as well. That's right, guys. Alice has been around for a very long time. Very, very long time. Kind of one of the like OG like Japanese VTubers. But Alice says, as we announced earlier, Ginga Alice will complete their invasion of Earth with their final live performance on Saturday, August 2nd. Please see the images and videos for details. So wish them the absolute best. But they will be graduating on August 2nd again. One of the very big OG Japanese VTubers. So been around for a very, very long time, chat. Very, very long time. Let's also celebrate some partners. Then we'll talk about debuts, and then we'll talk about this manager fiasco. So first up, guys, is coming here from Anarchy, who just got Twitch partner. Congratulations to them. Absolutely incredible. What's up, Drago? How are you, sweetheart? Give them some claps, chat. Give them some celebrates. That is amazing. You guys know how difficult it is to, you know, reach that level, right? Also here we have from dear Nanette, or Ninette. Ninette, let's say Ninette. Hey, what you got there? Oh, nothing. Just this awesome Twitch partner bad. Seriously, don't know where to begin. I love all my lemonies. My friends, my supporters, all those who believe in me, push me to be better. Thank you, everyone. So big congrats to them. Their model is super cute. I love their eyes. Yeah, very, very cute. And finally, guys, let's also congratulate Rebby Rompin for getting that YouTube partner. Huge congrats to them. Let's go. Let's go, chat. Clap. Amazing stuff. In other news, guys, I got 4 debuts for you to write down on your calendar. First up is coming here from Bibly Darling, who we're actually going to talk about here in this document coming up in just a moment. But Bibly saying live 3D model world debut, April 26th at 1 p.m. CST. Let's go take a look. Yeah, look, yeah, that's what they said. It was like a 3D world. So that's awesome. They have like their own VR world, which is amazing, by the way. Yeah, 3D model and world debut. So that means maybe they'll open up to the public, but we'll definitely see about it. Anyway, really, really cool stuff coming out here for Bibly, and we're going to talk about them quite a bit here in just one moment. Also, guys, coming up here for Effects Milk, looks like they're going to be doing a debut later in August 29th. I know that's quite a bit of a ways out, but would you at least know about it? Coming up for their 3.0, the rebrand. So write that down on your calendar. Yeah, it kind of gives like Cyberpunk. Of course, in the news, we also have Akari, who's debuting their new model towards the end of the month on the 21st. And here's a little bit of a teaser. Looks super cute. Looks super cute. And then finally, guys, Kitty Hana is also doing their debut coming up April 14th. Your short stack, Cat Fox is happy to see you. So our model looks great. It looks really good. So this one is coming up on April 14th. Get ready for that one, chat. I don't have a time for you on that, but hey, at least you know it's coming on the 14th. So smash. My bad. Our model looks super cute. Looks super duper cute. So here you go, chat. Get ready for that one. All right, yeah. I get it, chat. I get it. Smash. Vex did debut a new model. We talked about that. I think last week. I think it was on Friday. We talked about it. So today, chat, I want to dive into this really big developing story that is going on. And this is about a VTuber manager, chat. Now, I do want to talk about this for a moment here, chat. This particular VTuber manager named Shino. Now, if you guys remember, it's been a bit. This came out around when I was on vacation. Actually, I remember reading this on vacation, but Shino made this post here where it was basically kind of like the Hunger Games of VTubers. It's the best way I think I can put it for you all. The Hunger Games of VTubers, chat. So Shino says I picked a name for this. It's going to be Shino Vlog. Only one winner. First prize will be $25,000 for the re-debut and having the option to me as a manager for a year. Each manager or VTuber be graded on a different stats, new followers, average CCV, peak viewership in every month, a big collab event with a chance to gain immunity, and people being knocked out. So it sounds like almost like a game show, but it seems a little toxic. And this was kind of echoed quite a lot by Vite Ramen's CEO. Of course, Tim said, "This is toxic and disgusting. This makes people treat viewers as nothing but replaceable numbers and other VTubers as enemies rather than fellow creatives who can help each other become greater than the sum of its parts." So anyway, chat, when we covered this, and we kind of were like, I'm not sure if this is like a game show or something. I think ultimately this is really not like the best idea, but this is that person, chat. So now you have a PFP with the name, because today, chat, we're going to go check in here with a plot twist. And unfortunately, guys, a plot twist is having an absolutely horrible time in her life, including a ton of other creators, because of this manager, or I should say manager in quotations, because I don't really think they're a manager, chat. And if they aren't, they're really fucking evil. So, here we go, guys. Let's go check in here with Plot Twist and see what they have to say, chat. I'm tired of people I care about being hurt. I never want someone else to be in the position we were put in. I will not be afraid of you anymore. Oh, it gets really bad. Guys, I need you all to lock the fuck in. This is a crazy one. So, buckle your fucking seatbelts. This one's really bad, chat. This one's really, really bad. So type 1 if you are ready. We are gonna dive in. This is really bad, chat. I know we talk about some genuinely bad people that do bad stuff. This is up there. This is up there, chat. We need to talk about it so people can protect themselves against this person. They're that bad. As evil as Falter, yeah. I mean, I don't know. They're pretty bad. They're pretty bad. So, anyway, let's take a read here. So, his talk has stories of 5 talents, screenshots, video recordings, in relation to VTuber manager Shino and Flash GG. So again, guys, it is this person right here. This video shares my story summed up as much as it can for those like me who don't care for the reading. I just want people to know what he does and not have it happen to them. Protect yourselves and protect your friends. So guys, we are going to watch a video, and I do want to dive into the document a little bit. I don't think we'll read every little part of the document, but I do want to at least get the important parts. Anyway, chat, let's go see what a plot twist has to say. This is about a 15-minute video, but it's all very important. So let's take a listen, guys.
Okay, here we go. Are you ready? Are you ready for this?
Oh yeah, it's
December
a lot.
2023. I'm a month away from debuting this fancy ass new model, and I post saying I need help, and I get reached out to by Flask GG / Shinobazu.
I've never heard of Flash GG. Is that like their company or something like that?
Shinobazu XX. My first red flag, but you know, your girl can't see red apparently. We decided to work on a trial time together for a month to help with debut and go from there. I get thrown into all these group chats with a lore writer, thumbnail graphic guy, and an assistant for Shino, etc. He has Google Docs for me with stuff. He's on it. It goes great. I sign a long-time contract. Keep in mind, during this time previously, dude has been all up in my life and stream life. Pretty much acting as a friend and stuff, gives me his personal phone number to call him anytime I need help. His DMs are open at all times.
So, it kind of sounds like he started things off on the right foot in leading, and really we know this is a trap now, what context, right? But it kind of sounds like he started out pretty strong, but this was ultimately like, to me, it kind of reads like parasocial, right? Like, he's very much like inner business, trying to be a friend, and he's doing that through his VTuber management. So Plot Twist is actually coming by on Saturday again for tea time. So, but yeah, it sounds very parasocial, just really inner business about everything.
All the things, right? Barely 2 months in and he starts ghosting. Not just me, but the other talents I've made friends with. He just disappears for weeks at a time.
Oh, hey, Plot Twist. How are you doing, girl? I look, I said it on Twitter and I'm gonna say it here. What the actual fuck? I am so sorry. Guys, can we get a shout out for Plot Twist? I took a look at the document this morning and I'm just like, this person is fucking evil, dude. Like, my first red flag. I don't know if you saw this post. Plot Twist. This was back in the end of last year, but it was like the VTuber Hunger Games, and a lot of us were like, "What is that?" You know what I mean? So like, I don't know if you knew about this, but this was kind of already my red flag, and we covered this back when that came out. So anyway, let's get watching it again. I did. I was on vacation, came back. I was like, what the fuck, dude? I was on vacation too. I did the same thing. It was on my, catch up news. And I was like, and you know it's bad when fucking Tim calls you out. You know what I mean? Like, crazy. So, well, anyway, we are diving into your story today, Plot Twist, because again, I've actually, funny enough, I've been covering Bibli. She lost her Twitter, right? And I didn't know why. I thought it was because Twitter did something bad. But now that I have context, I'm like, oh shit. I get it. Scuba, thank you for giving a sub to them as well.
He comes back and he's like,
Oh, it gets bad.
Life has been hard, but I've been working on the stuff while I was gone. All these things for you guys. It's gonna be announced soon. I can't say anything right now. It's got to be kept quiet and stuff. But I've been working. I've been cooking.
Yep. That's already a bad sign, chat. If somebody ghosts you and says, "Oh, but I'm gonna have something soon. I'm cooking on it." Yeah, fucking right.
And then he do good for a couple weeks, and then rinse repeat. We hit autumn of 2024, and shit starts getting weird. We find out that his assistant in all of our business discords and group chats is an alt account for his girlfriend, who is also the lore writer.
Yeah, chat. Yeah, so, guess what? All of those people that were the business partners are actually just their girlfriend with alt accounts. You could say that's a plot twist.
And someone he's
I'm sorry, I had to do it. I'm sorry.
introduced
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
to us recently as
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
talent.
This guy is so fucking horrible. I'm trying to laugh through the pain, chat.
Remember that part because it is important for later. We all go to TwitchCon together. He gets us a house, which we pay.
This is where it gets really bad, by the way, chat. This is where it gets really, really bad, by the way. So, you know, serious time. Like, this is actually really fucking bad.
For. Flask Shino helps Blurp with a huge VTuber party on Friday night.
I'm gonna stop here, chat. I'm gonna stop right here. I'm gonna say these words for you, chat, and you're probably gonna go wee woo inside your head. Blurp. TwitchCon. Party. Are the wee woos inside of your head going off, chat? Do you remember what happened at the Blurp party at TwitchCon? I released a video about this. We covered this. Him assisting with Blurp party is a massive red flag. Yep. Because remember, guys, there were a ton of YouTubers that got their drinks spiked at the Blurp party, including Hades and a ton of other creators, chat. Just a
lot of
quick
people
reminder.
there, stuff like that. And Orca, which was who is a friend and another talent of Shino at the time, was staying with us. And she was at the party, and she had her drink spiked along with another friend of hers.
Which is horrible, by the way. I mean, again, we covered all this in depth, right? So, it's just, this is why I don't go to IRL events, man. I don't trust people.
Keep in mind, we don't see Shino once the party starts. He gives us drink tickets, and he
Absolutely
disappears.
terrible. Absolutely
Orca
terrible.
has people take her home because she's not okay. I was drinking. I didn't find out about it until later. And the next morning at the house, Orca is visibly still not okay and tells us about what happened. She and her friend, I think her name was Amuki, posted to Twitter about it, warning people to be careful and stuff. Which, you know, as one does, right? She's allowed to do that. It happened to her, and she tells people, "Hey, be careful. This happened to me."
Hang on, chat. That's just a little bit of a recap, but that's exactly what happened, and I know that multiple people had problems about this. I know the Orca had it really, really bad. Of course, this plot twist adds to as well. So it was just a really there should have been a lot more responsibility taken about that party. Nobody really said anything. Blurb kind of like tried to shrug it off, like they're like, oh, like, you know, this and that, like, you know, we did our best. We'll try to do better, but it just really didn't feel genuine at all. So
Shino literally disappears for all of TwitchCon. I can tell the only time I saw him was whenever it was like the night of the like block party. That's it. The entirety of Saturday, he was asleep on the beanbag floor, just asleep, literally at TwitchCon. But whatever, right?
that's kind of weird behavior. Like, I mean, whatever. Like, I mean, maybe he was just really tired. I don't know.
We get back from TwitchCon, and this is where everything kind of hits the fan, right? Bibley's contract runs up. She's one of the other talents that's in the document. She tries to renegotiate her contract based on the last year and the amount or lack of help she received, and he flips out. He changes the password to her business email, deletes her YouTube and TikTok account, went on a full smear campaign that she was crashing out, crazy, getting blackout drunk. He pulled the rest of us into an emergency meeting to tell us that she would be lashing out at us to hurt him through us, all kinds of stuff.
Literally gaslighted every single person. All because, literally, all because she didn't want to resign because you weren't doing your job. Now you're going to lie about stuff. Gaslight people, manipulate people. Unacceptable, chat. By the way, there's no receipts for this, so we will go look for that here in a bit.
He tells us about having to call her mother because she almost died from alcohol poisoning during a VR chat meetup. That didn't happen, by the way. Since this,
literally just straight up lied.
Her Twitter suspended and tried to get into her Fansly account recently. So follow Bibs on Blue Sky, by the way. Bibbly darling.
And this explains, chat, because remember, we've covered in prior coverage, we were wondering about Bibbly, what happened to her account. Remember, I told you guys, please go, at Twitter support. Like, we were trying to figure out what the fuck happened to Bibbly. And now we know it was this fucking asshole the entire time. I feel so bad for her, dude. Literally got her account fucking suspended. And also trying to get into her Friendsly, right? Like, that's disgusting. Like, look, you have no right to see. I mean, look, that is such a huge invasion of privacy because, they're uploading like more adult sensitive content, right? Literally trying to get into their account. I mean, they can do whatever they want with that. That's disgusting behavior.
Because she can't even post this on Twitter because he literally will not leave her alone. Okay? Wild stuff, right?
I told you, Legion. I told you. I looked at the document this morning and I'm like, nah, there's no way this guy's getting away with this. We're going to talk about this. And again, I want to remind all of you really quickly, before we continue, I try to say this at least once or twice, but, don't go harass anybody about this. I want the main message for this to be supporting Plot Twist. Please go support, Bibbly and all the other people that are in these documents that we're going to talk about. Please go and support them. That is the main message because what this person did to them is absolutely just horrible. Hacking into their stuff, making their life hell. That's unacceptable. It's so fucked up.
At this point, he also tells everyone that Orca and Imuki lied about the roofie drinks. He gets Imuki blacklisted with Blurp and other TwitchCon related events, tells us all about it, right? He tells us and others that Orca was just stupid and drank too much. And
to invalidate somebody like that, like, oh no, you didn't actually get you didn't get roofied. No, that was just you getting drunk. Like, hell no, dude. That is fucked up. That is fucked up.
And didn't know how to hold her liquor, which is pretty fucking fucked up, but it happened, right? From here, it's just constant, erratic behavior from Chino. He's paranoid. He constantly boasts about having Bibbly blacklisted in a VTuber management server, something to do with, a water fountain? I'm not sure. But there's a VTuber management server, and no one will ever work with her again. He uses her as, a warning to us if we step out of line. He talks about it constantly.
And this is just a way to manipulate and control chat, right? He wanted to make, I don't know how much the contracts were. Maybe Plot Twist could tell us if she's still here. She wants to share that information. And no obligation, by the way, if you want to. But whatever amount of money it was that he had for his quote-unquote management service, he wanted to protect that, manipulate them, and control the situation. Yeah, just literally controlling the narrative. Exactly, Syrian.
And he makes little jokes about it. And
literally threatened them.
Absolutely was a threat to us, but whatever, He would send us screenshots of him in VCs for their meetings, and with him having these huge meetings, teaching all of these.
He varied for all of you. Got you guilty. All of our contracts were Chat GPT trash, according to my lawyer. Of course they were. What's crazy is Plot Twist, the little amount of effort it takes to make a contract that's legitimate is not hard. It's actually easier than going to Chat GPT because, through TrueTuber, we make contracts all the time. and we use a website that helps us assist us with that, right? And it's literally so easy. It's actually easier than using ChatGPT. And you will get a legitimate contract. You know what I mean? Like you amend it, adjust some stuff in it. It's crazy for you to actually like give like some bullshit contract that takes no fucking effort. It's crazy. How are you, Guilty Thorns? It's good to see you, sweetheart. Hi, Bibly. How are you? Girl, you know I got you. Also, I just want to take a moment, Bibly. I am so sorry. I have been, I don't know if you know this, but ever since your Twitter went down, I've been asking my community to app Twitter support because I just assumed it was wrongly taken down because Twitter being Twitter, right? I had no idea it was this. So I am so sorry, girl, for what you've been going through. For all of you, Guilty Thorn, Plot Twist, and Bibly, like this is just incredibly horrible. And I'm in a way like I'm so proud of all of you coming together to make this document, right? Because it's not easy to put all this out there. It's very scary, right? So, yo, Shark, thanks for getting a tier 3 to Bibly. Let's fucking go. Thank you so much. That's amazing. Yeah, thank you. You guys are very brave to put all of this document together, especially against somebody like this. Because it's just unacceptable. Unacceptable. All right, let's keep watching, guys. And again, I'm going to remind you one more time, guys. Don't go and harass this fucking horrible manager. Just go and support the victims, right? That's the moral of the story here. I told you guys, though. I told you we're going to be spending most of today talking about it because it's that bad.
For managers or whatever, and he thought he was so proud of it, and he'd tell us all about it and how he, like, they all hero worshipped him or whatever. And pretty much whenever he told them not to work with Bibly, they were going to listen to him because they wanted his advice more than they wanted some crazy cat girl as a client, I guess. I don't know, whatever. So that's crazy.
Just a little.
But at this point, we're kind of like January 2025. My contract ends. However, he convinces me to sign a temporary 2-month contract at a discount because he owes me 13 full-length videos and 70-something edited clips.
How many? 13 videos? 70 clips? Holy shit. Oh my, 70 clips? Bro, 70 clips would last me like, that would last me months. That's 13 long form videos. That's like a month plus months of stuff. That is literally, chat, no joke. Hold on, let me calculate really quick. So I do shorts for all of my long form videos. Some I make my own, some I have other people clip stuff too, right? I release a clip every single day on one of my YouTubes. There's either a clip or a full video, right? So that's 7. So 7 clips times 4, right? For every day in a month, about, we can say it's about, 4 weeks, about 28 to 30 clips, right? So chat, you're looking at a minimum with 13 long form and the shorts as well. He owed them 2 months worth of content. And that's probably not just Plot Twist. That's probably every fucking person. 2 months worth of content. That is insane. Oh my god. That is insane. What? 2 months worth. That's my guesstimate. And that's by my schedule because I release videos every single day on one of my YouTubes, right? So there's either a short, a full video, or a clip somewhere on some YouTube. Because I have 4 channels. But I think you guys get it. This is 2 months worth of content that he owed Plot Twist.
I had to force him to add it into the 2-month contract, the exact numbers of them, because he didn't want
Good.
to. He argues with me about it, all this stuff. And the only reason I did it was because I had played so much for these videos and clips, and I knew if I didn't do that, I wouldn't get them, right? So I was like, I'll just do the 2 months, have as little interaction with him as possible.
It sucks that you were put in that situation, but I do understand where you're coming from because really at the end of the day, you just want what you were promised, right? You want your stuff. And that's all it boils down to, right? Like, so you put in the contract, they'll hold him accountable for it. And you don't want to work with them, but I do understand that you want your stuff. I definitely understand why you did the 2-month contract, because I don't want anybody to like look at this and be like, there's a lot of times where people from the outside, they look at these situations, right? And they go, hi, Bart, how are you? They go, oh, well, why did you do that? Like, all the red signs, all the crimson flags are there, but like, guys, you got to understand the situation, you know? Like, you got to put yourself in Platt's shoes. Like, it makes sense to me why she would want to do that, because she paid for all this stuff she never received. And this is her thought process. And yeah, right, exactly. It's like the sock cost fallacy. And a lot of people will do that, sadly, on social media when we talk about situations. Oh, well, why didn't you do better? Or why did you not see that? But like, you gotta understand, guys, like you're also not in the situation, you know?
And get the clips, get the videos, get the fuck out, right? If only. So in February, I was starting another server for VSMP, which is a large group of content creators that I started to play SMP style games. Right now we're playing Rust, whatever. Follow us on Twitter. But by myself, without his help. 45 minutes before the server opens, with over 100 creators waiting for me for this to open and me trying to start my stream and everything else, he decides to pull me out of a call with my mods into a private VC to berate me for 10 minutes for not sharing Ama Elisa, which is, by the way, the girlfriend and the talent and the lore person and the alt account that was his assistant. Ama Elisa. Because I wasn't sharing her debut stuff that I didn't even know was being posted.
How dare you not know about every VTuber debut ever? How dare you not promote my girlfriend with your account? How dare you? Whoop. You know what? I'm gonna read this new follower, and you're gonna surmise exactly how I feel about this. Real dumbass. Look, I know that it's not the girlfriend's fault, but why the fuck would anybody promote her? That makes no sense. Like, why would he yell at you guys for not promoting it? That's not your obligation. Like, just because he's your manager, I can't imagine being in this sort of situation and be surprised by us acting rationally. No, exactly. Like, you won't act rationally, you know, but why are you under any pressure or obligation to promote this other person? You're not in a group with them. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't have a contract that specifically says that. Or you know what? They're not even like really your friends, you know, like you worked with them as like a lore writer. So why would you under any like understanding of anything promote them? That makes no sense.
But she apparently posted to Twitter about it and I didn't share it.
How dare you not see every post on Twitter ever?
And so I was being mean and causing drama. So he pulls me out of this call 45 minutes before my big ass server starts to berate me because
this is plot
wasn't
twist.
sharing his girlfriend's debut stuff. You know, the day I spent like working my ass off to get the server ready.
Okay, look, I'm gonna say this right now, guys. Please, I'm gonna say this right now because I do this every once in a while for people that need help. If you ever are going through a situation like this, where you are working with a manager and you are not sure how they're treating you is correct, or you have a question about what's going on, please reach out to me. I will tell you, my DMs are not normally open, but if you send me a message request, you tell me what's going on, I will make sure, I will drop everything to help you, because I do not want anybody to get taken advantage of. I've had situations where people I've almost got taken advantage of, and they've reached out to me and just kind of asked me for a second opinion. And I'm like, no, that's absolutely not okay. Look, guys, I do a ton of consultation work. I've done consultation work with agencies. I've done consultation work with like literally over 100 different VTubers. I am literally, if you need help, please use me as a resource. I am more than happy to answer some of these questions for you, because I will tell you, this shit is not okay, and nobody deserves to get taken advantage of. If you ever have a question, if somebody does this to you, literally send me a message request. I will do my best to help you, because that's not okay for somebody to do to you as a creator, you know? Absolutely unacceptable.
Nice.
And he calls me and the other talents mean girls.
Now don't be DMing me about you got gold in, Marvel Rivals. I mean, I'm happy for you, but that's not what my DMs are for. It was a weird situation. We all had different contracts. Felt like we were held hostage. We only had each other. Can't imagine what we would have done without each other. Exactly. Like, you guys had to, like, lean on each other for everything, and that's really fucked up. That you felt hostage to begin with, but I want you all to know, like, there are people out there and there are people that are resources that are there to help other people. Hi, Maple, how are you? What's up, girlie? I'm doing good. How's all your move stuff going? So, guys, if you ever need help, I'm more than happy to be that person for you, because, again, I really think that it's not okay for people to get taken advantage of like this.
He says that we're the seniors to her freshmen and that we're bullying her. I recorded it. It's in the document.
You got this, Maple. Lots of energy drinks.
I took time.
I'm sending you good vibes. Well, we were talking about a situation that just recently happened with a plot twist and a bunch of other creators where this manager took huge advantage of them, gaslighted them, essentially held them hostage in their contracts. Really, really fucked up stuff. So, Tuxedo, thanks for giving us something guilty towards. I appreciate that.
And I talked to my therapist about like the interaction. Together, we wrote a message to him, laying boundaries out and explaining to him why like this wasn't okay, right?
Right.
He called me after that and laughed at me. We spent 3 hours talking with him, telling me how I was wrong, arguing with me about my boundaries and how I was wrong about my boundaries.
Nope. Wee woo. I'm out. You're gonna argue with me about my boundaries? Nah, bro. I'm out. GG's. Peace out. What a fucking douchebag. What a absolute, like dick. Like an absolute dick. Why would you do that to somebody? That's so fucked up. Nah, bro, no.
And that I was being a bad person by not using my platforms to help her, even though I don't really know her outside of drama that she has caused.
The false responsibility, chat. I really hate that. Where they push this on people. Papa not even is like twice. Yo, what's up? How's it go? Pop them up. I feel like, look here. You are under no responsibility to use your platform for anything other than what you want to use it for. Clip it and ship it, guys. I'm sorry, but that's the truth. It is your platform and you can do whatever the fuck you want with it. Now, should you do the right thing and should you help your friends? Absolutely. Like when Pop 'em Up, when he debuts his really beautiful, wonderful models that he makes for people, should I retweet it? Absolutely, because it's just so gorgeous. But I think you guys understand. Look, guys, it's your platform. You do what you want with it. You're under no obligation to retweet anything for anybody. Now, we all want to be nice and do the right thing, but let's go, Tuxedo. Thank you for giving us something to Pop 'em Up. Yeah, but I really hate that that notion of, oh, guess what? Guess what? You owe it to me. You owe it to them to use your platform for what I say you should use it for. Nah, bro, that ain't it. That ain't it.
Between all the talents, which I don't really go into, but there's a lot of it. It was a lot of stuff like, oh my god, Bibbly, Sheena is mad at you because you told Plot this and Plot told Guilty and Guilty told him. Like, I'm not even joking. We have the screenshots of it. They're probably in the fucking doc somewhere, but shit like that, right? Like, I don't know her and this is the only interaction I've had with her. And the fact of the matter is that if he would have just sent it to me and I saw it after the stream and everything, I would have probably shared it. But because of this, I didn't. So that's beside the point, right?
It's a little stranger. That would be like me, I don't know, loading up Twitter and finding, the most random fucking person with, 2 followers and then just start retweeting their stuff. I don't know who you are. Why would I share that on my timeline? Your timeline, you're supposed to, protect it. It's like the TVA and Loki, guys. It's your sacred timeline. You gotta protect it. You don't want to put stuff that you don't want associated on your timeline. You know what I mean? It doesn't make any sense. The same guy tuned into December. Right, yeah. You know what's funny, Darth? We were talking, I call it the VTuber Hunger Games.
No.
But yeah, we were talking about that as well. Yeah. Now, this is the VTuber Hunger Games.
Right? He spends all this time telling me all about how I'm a bad person or whatever. I didn't add this call. It's a 3-hour call. I didn't want to sit through it again and make sure there
I don't
wasn't
blame
any
you, girl. I don't blame you.
document information I needed to like bleep out or whatever. But I have it. It's recorded and I will post it if I need to. After this, he goes into the VCs in my VSMP Discord with people that are like playing and doing VSMP things and like a big voice chat. And he starts acting.
They won't address it. They won't address it. I'm gonna tell you why. How they responded to Tim when we read all this, it came out very, very defensive. I don't think he'll ever address it, to be honest. That's my guess. With the context that I know.
So erratically that
which isn't a lot,
people are
but
DMing me
I
asking
think
if
you get
he's
it.
drunk. And during
Like, what do you defend yourself with? It's probably gonna be like this. It's gonna be like, you know, oh guys, guess what? I'm so sorry. I really didn't mean to scam everybody. I didn't mean to gaslight everybody. I just made a mistake. I just don't know what came over me, and you know, oh, I'm so sorry. I can't believe that I actually would, in this bad, you know, state of mind. It was just a severe lack of judgment, and I'm so sorry. But by the way, I'm still taking your money and not you know, actually finishing out any of your clips or anything like that. So yeah, my bad, but I'm not gonna finish through on what I promised.
this call, he promoted her debut to people and sent her the like debut trailer and all this shit. This is post.
Look, Bibli, I'm not playing around. I don't play around when it comes to stuff like this. I do not play around. I will call you out.
My boundaries.
But I will be fair. I will be fair as
He reached
possible.
out to multiple of my friends offering sponsorships to watch her debut live on their streams.
Okay.
I don't see an issue with that. That's whatever. It happens.
Yeah, sure. Now, I do remember, I remember this was going around with Lulu. Lulu was doing sponsorships for some of her live stream, like her debut. And all these people were like, oh, how dare you, this and that. And that was so dumb. Like, there's nothing wrong with that, Chad. That's a very normal practice with a lot of agency debuts. I mean, we've done watch-alongs as well.
That happens a lot more than people think, and that's
It
whatever.
does.
It's advertising, right? But what I do have a problem with is that he also offered to pay them an extra $100 to $200, depending on how big they were, to raid her. That's against Twitch TOS,
Yep.
by the way.
I was going to say that it's literally, bro. This guy's a VTuber manager and he's literally out here telling these people to raid these people and break TOS. He's literally gonna like get that person that he's raiding to in so much trouble, by the way. Oh my god. That's black and white, just bro.
Imagine paying for viewers. Couldn't be me. Pop off though, queen. Personally, I told them to take his free money. And I know for a fact that he paid at least 8 people to do this. Not all of them took the raid payment, but he did pay at least 8 people to do that. So that's really fun.
And some people might not know that, by the way. So I don't want to push any guilt onto the people that maybe did take that deal. But, you know, him as a manager, he has a responsibility to know that that is not okay, right? Like, you're managing for VTubers. You need to read the fine print.
After this, he pretty much ghosted me for every weekly meeting, minus a couple where he only wanted to talk about a specific project that I had been working on since October. A big project that I put my like whole
I'm so sorry, Bard.
into.
I'm
with
so sorry,
over
Bard.
2K worth of assets, days of work, and suddenly this is what he wants to talk to me about. He chat GPTs a bunch of stuff and he puts it in a Google document and he decides he wants to get sponsors for this event, and that is how he decides that he wants to keep me on a contract, right? After this temporary comes out, he has all these big plans and stuff, and this is what he uses because he knows it's my like passion project that I'm working on, and he's using it against me.
That's beyond fucked up.
He wants to double the amount I'm paying him monthly to $2,500.
I'm sorry, what? I'm sorry, what? Bro, that's like that's a chunk of change. Are you fucking serious?
Huh?
That's literally like rent. That is so much money. Guys, my mortgage is that much. Jesus Christ. For you to no, bro. There is no way that you are providing that much value. There's no way. There's no way. There's absolutely no way. Please explain to me how that is like quantified at all. Where is the money to like work ratio in that? Like what oh, hi Bear, how are you? Come here, Bear. Bear heard there were scams and she's like, that's not cool. Hi Bear, how are you, sweetheart? Bear's not happy about these scams. Know that you have my doggo's support. My doggo is officially supporting you in this as well. What the fuck? That is crazy. $2,500. Nah, bro. Unless this man is literally fucking making content for you. Yo, DJ Dragon, thank you so much for the Prime. I appreciate all the subs today, guys. Seriously, we're on today's subathon 138. That's right, 138. So thank you guys for all of your support. I do appreciate it, guys. Okay. If this guy, you know, hold on. Let me do a little calculation here really quick. Hold on. I want to do a little calculation. You guys know I'm very upfront with all of my costs and all kinds of things like that. So I'm just gonna like crunch a few numbers here on my stuff here. So we have times 7. Let's do this. And again, I'm just doing a little bit of a roundabout. So this is about the number. This is about the number, chat. Nice. Average that I spend per month on editing, you know, running my YouTube, all that kind of assistance, stuff like that. This is rounded up, by the way. This is like on the high end. This is about how much I spend on paying other people to help me with my content, chat. This is about how much I pay a month for that. And that's all of my stuff, chat. I release daily videos. I have social media stuff going on. I mean, like, you guys know how much content I make. And I only pay this month. There is no way, under any circumstance, and this is with thumbnails and everything, that this number would ever be even close. That wasn't including edits. No, there's no fucking way. Most of this, like 80% of this, is edits, by the way. So there's no way. This number cannot even be close. Now, if he was like your personal secretary and, you know, like maybe I'm Shy Lily, okay, yeah, sure, that number might track, you know, but like ain't no way. At the size that we're at, ain't no fucking way that tracks, you know.
I'm not okay with that price, but I'm hearing him out, right? Whatever. He spends these 2 months of February and March talking about these sponsors, but never showed anything for them. And then 2 weeks before the contract ends out in the middle of March, we have a final call.
That's a model and rigging. You know, like,
he informs me that he owns 50% of this project because he worked on it. And that I had to sign a contract agreeing to that. And if I didn't, he was just going to do it without me. He tells me that I'm not worth people working on this project with me, and that they are only willing to work on it because of him bringing value to the project.
This is not what a manager does, Chad. A manager supports you. A manager lifts you up. They don't demoralize you. They don't push you down. They don't steal your fucking projects. I told you guys. Literally, the title is correct. When I said evil VTuber manager, I fucking meant it. Literally, how fucking dare. This is just, it's horrible. I am so thankful for my manager because my manager never treats me this way. ever in a million years will my manager treat me this way. Thank fucking God. I am so lucky to have a good manager because looking at this, I'm just like, I'm floored. This is just horrendous. Nero, thank you so much for 6 months of Prime. Appreciate you, kitty. Wow.
Full call recorded. It's in the doc.
I don't know, Barda. I don't think I've heard of that.
Corner and tries to force me to agree to giving him 50% ownership of my IP. He also claims that he owns other talents events that he's worked on in the past that he absolutely does not. It's pretty gross. Anyway.
Yes, chat. So, guess what? Because I have done VTuber Rivals, you know, and I've run some Marvel Rivals events. That's right, chat. Because other people played in my tournament, they own part of my tournament. What the kind of fucking logic is this?
In the doc, I get pretty upset about this. I tell him I need some time to gather my
You should.
thoughts, and he
I would be
never
losing my
speaks
shit
to me again. I had to email him to inform him that my contract was over and that I needed him to send me the clips owed to me, and then that was it. I have not spoken to him since. I'm sorry. I have sent him messages. He has not responded to any of them. I've sent professional emails, letting him know like he had so and so time and that the contract was officially over. Blah blah blah. He has not.
He literally took your money and ran.
Responded to any of them at all. However, he has since been working hard to talk as much shit about me as possible, such as telling people I've been stealing. I've got my receipts.
It's literal slander, by the way, chap. Yeah, because Anna helped make the overlays for my tournament. She owns half of the tournament. Damn it.
Good luck with that slander. I am a whole ass adult and I do not pay for shit late.
I would like to see the contract. I don't remember if it's in the document. I know I read through it pretty fast, but we'll take a look at that because I do remember seeing a couple times that they mentioned the contract. It's very poorly written, so I would like to see that. As somebody that works with contracts all the time through TrueTuber, you know?
I was exactly 1 day late in January because I was on vacation. So anyways, good luck with that shit. He's telling people that I'm doing, quote, illegal things. The only thing that he's referred to specifically is recorded calls. But I already talked to a lawyer, and as long as one party knows, it's legal in Nevada, where he is located.
There you go. That was actually one of my questions I was going to ask you at the end, but I'm glad you addressed that. Because again, guys, if it's one party consent in Nevada, well, there you go, guys. So it's totally fine. One party consent, yep.
That's not a dox, by the way. He's the Twitch meetup leader or whatever for Vegas and talks about it openly, about how he is starting to run Twitch-related events that they're paying him for. So
they're probably not.
That's super fun.
They're probably not that.
Deleted every single DM he has ever had with me, starting all the way back to December.
Oh, he deleted them all.
Every single one of them. It looks like I'm talking to nobody.
Oh. Where did you send it to me, sweetheart? Is it on Twitter? You deleted all of your okay. I'll pull that up over separately. So anyway, let's keep reading.
In our DMs. It's kind of crazy. He removed me from every group chat he could, and the ones he couldn't, he deleted his messages from there, and it's like he just doesn't exist, right? He claims to be doing this because he's protecting his IP and his advice, but I don't know, dude. I paid for that shit already, and it wasn't worth it. But
Inferno, it's probably because of the contract. Normally with the contract, you have to reveal your address, your name, things like that. So,
all right.
A few people have my
name.
name.
He just doesn't want me leaking all the conversations about him being okay with AI art. All the times he tells me that I'm not good enough for things, or similar ways that he wants to bring me down. Or
yeah, nobody brings this much value
and current talents. But your girl keeps records. Check out the doc. Follow my girls, Bibly Darling, Guilty Thorns, Little Nee, and my one anonymous queen. They all have stories that deserve to be shared, even if it's just the relief of having it all out into the open. I did the video because not everybody wants to read a Google Doc. I don't know. I don't want anybody else to have to deal with this shit ever again. So that's my story. See you later. Bye.
Well, chat, yeah, that's just the video portion. We haven't actually got into the actual document. You know, I'm gonna leave that up to you. Plot, do you want me to share this? I don't mind it if you want me to. It's completely up to you. I do want to go really quickly and talk about, of course, Little Nee, which we've talked very much about Little Nee in the past, who had a lot of, okay, gotcha, had some problems as well. But, you know, Little Nee, who we have has had a bunch of Twitch problems in the past that we love and support. We love Little Nee so much. Little Nee was also a talent who dealt with Sheena's poor management. I'm telling my story of the other talents who were in contract with him a voice. My story, receipts, interactions are in the doc. You can find the main doc here. So, Plot actually did give us a kind of a little bit of an inside scoop chat. So I want to share this image with you really quick. This is from an anonymous source after all, but this is, I guess, never before been seen. So let's take a look. Hi, sorry to bother you, but I want to add a little to your post about Sheena. I was part of Twitch Vegas for several years and had many of the same issues. Missed meetings, neglect, acting out in anger. Wasn't sure if I wanted to say anything public or not, but just know that I see you, and so do others who worked with them on Stream Vegas. Well, why am I not surprised, chat? Why am I not surprised? We tried to get him to step down, and I even spoke with Twitch community staff in 2022 to try and get him removed as a leader because people didn't feel safe with him. And sadly, that went nowhere. So you're telling me that this guy is actually the leader, and people are like, have a problem with him and talk about it, and they don't do anything. I have a letter of intent to have him step down, but an email with Twitch staff asking about a meeting, but sadly, no recording of the meeting itself. He also went and deleted all of our DMs, which sounds very similar to what Plot Twist said. A group DMs and kicked me out of all the social media pages I had made for the Stream Vegas community. What the fuck? I guess I'm just reaching out to say I'm sorry that all this happened to you, and others from Flash had similar experiences. Thank you for speaking out, even against those of us who couldn't or were afraid of him retaliating. What the fuck? So chat, you can see how far reaching this is. It's not just, you know, a few like streamers as well. This is also something that's been going on, you know, in the Twitch the Twitch Vegas community, Nevada community. So, wow. And they even want this guy to step down, and he's just like, nope, nah, I'm good. Deletes all the DMs. Wow, that's just more context for you about how horrible this person is, chat. Anyway, let's go take a look here at the document. And there is a lot to this document. I'm going to tell you what, we're not going to read the whole document because I think we'll be here for like, you know, 8 hours. But it does, as you can see here, chat, there's so many fucking tabs full of stuff here. So I do want to look at a lot of these statements. So first up is, of course, the homepage of it, which is very important, by the way. It says this document is being released to showcase the manipulation, control, breach of contract, and improper work, a relationship performed by Vtuber talent manager, Shino Basu, or Shino and Flash GG, which is apparently whatever his company is. On this document, you will read the experiences of 5 prior talents who refused to stay silent regarding the treatment towards him. The purpose of this document is to inform others about his volatile behavior. It serves as an assertion for him to return IP of those accounts he's holding hostage from his previous talent, Bibly. By the way, chat, just to remind all of you, like this says, he is still holding those accounts hostage. He still has those accounts of Bibly's. And of course, this is what I shared with you earlier, but here is his list of offenses, which reads off like, you know, fucking like, holy shit, this reads off like Johnny Somali, like right now. This is horrible. Look at this. It's like some fucking Billy Mitchell shit. Like, hi, Orca, how are you? Hope you're doing well, sweetheart. Girl, I'm so sorry. What the fuck? I mean, these are just all horrible things, by the way, chat. Horrible things that you can see here. So, anyway, let's go see what Plot had to say a lot about this. My experience with them. So, I originally signed up with Shino in December 2023, a month before my live 2D debut. From my trial leading up to my debut, that first month went really well. And ultimately, that is why they ended up signing, like, Plot told you a little bit earlier. So, when Billy left at the end of October, early November, things really escalated. He pulled us into calls to tell us that Billy had gone crazy, even though that's not true. Like, saying she got blackout drunk, all this other crazy stuff. He informed us, so she wouldn't speak to him. The only thing you knew to do was to get her to talk to him, was to take control of her YouTube account. Yes, that's very rational. Oh, somebody is, doing something. So the first thing I want to do is just go ahead and take control of your YouTube account. Like, what kind of sense does that make? That's so fucking dumb. That literally makes no sense. Yes. I'm concerned about your well-being. So, by the way, I'm just going to take control of your YouTube account. Oh my God. Crazy. I don't know if y'all be up for it, but I would love to sit down with all of the people that are part of this document, besides the anonymous source, and just like talk about this. Just like sit down in an open table and just talk about this shit, We'll skip down because again, Plot kind of covered a lot of this stuff. So he would send screenshots of himself in VCs with a group of managers, tell me how he ran meetings to teach them and they looked up to him and essentially that he was a worshipped hero and applied that if he told them not to work with somebody, they'd listen to him. So again, just kind of like, all right, bet I'll definitely reach out to you guys, or if you want to just shoot me a DM on anywhere, I'll shoot you a message after stream. He mentioned this anytime that he felt like I was misbehaving because I have multiple close friends in said groups, implying a threat that I would lose my friends if I left or argued with any of his choices. I am too. Like, I feel really bad. Like, I feel really bad because this hurts my heart to know that this is going on behind the scenes, right? Like, I know Orca. Orca and I have hung out before on tea time. Orca's gonna be hanging out with us soon. Same with Plot Twist. Like, I feel bad that I know these people. Same with Bibli. Like, I know these people, and this thing is going on behind closed doors, and it hurts my heart that they were taken advantage of. And, I didn't know. It really hurts my heart. And that's why I tell you guys, like, if you need a second opinion or something, like, shoot me a message. I'm more than happy to, help you out. So this is where they talk about they were opening the game server and he pulled her into that call and kind of started, problems, so on and so forth, right? So I've been told that if I leave working with them, which at that point in the document tweets, he would take my show, that poured everything I have into, including over $2,000 worth of assets. This is what he said he owned 50% of, by the way, guys. So, and as you see here, Plot Twist has put over $2,000 worth of stuff into it. And it put its amount of time, effort, and creativity towards and produce it without me, replace me, which is just legally, he has no standing to do that, by the way. For Nicole, he tells me I am nothing without him, and the show would be nothing without him. That I would only have a show because of his contacts and the work he has put into it because I'm just another girl on the internet. Well, what contacts do you have? Please tell me what contacts do you have? Fucking Santa Claus and the Tooth Fairy? Who are your contacts that are helping you with this show? What the fuck? He tells me all the things he would need the money for, and then we get a small remaining cut of less than 10% afterwards, if he could afford it. But that my reward would be the achievement of having a show. Oh, don't worry, your achievement will be exposure. Yeah, exposure. I'll give you lots of exposure, but I'll take all the money. Don't worry about it. I got you. I'm really looking out for you, by the way. Yeah, what the fuck is this? There were so many stories of incidents that I can include, but it's honestly difficult to remember them all. He was so good at keeping things in calls and not in screenshot able form. But the good thing is you do have the one-party consent. You do have that call, so at least you know now. What's up, Card? Hi, VMP. How are you? Another talent was roofied at a party hosted by Flask and Burp at TwitchCon along with a friend. He laughed and called her stupid in calls, called her a liar. And nobody talked about having the friend's talent Her talent's friends blacklisted from future Twitch parties, flip-related events, and working with anybody he has connections with, because she spoke about on Twitter. Okay, now I need a second, chat. Now I'm getting angry. To make fun of people that got drugged. Yeah, let me take a breath. He said he was with you all night long too. Wasn't even near you. What the fuck, Orca? Okay, I'm good. Said he saw me drink a lot of shots when I was chugging water. You know, Orca, I remember when all that happened because I covered it. We talked about it, right? But, for you to say that, like, to dismiss it, to be like, oh, it's stupid, like, that didn't happen. You just laugh it off. That actually makes me really upset. That's just completely unfair. That's really low. That's really, really low. Oh my god, yes, he tried to get us to all move into a streamer house in Las Vegas so he could take care of his content creators. Offered to do a grocery. Oh my god, Bibley. I am so glad you did not do that. What the fuck? Yeah, that's like... Honestly, I would not put it past this guy to fucking kidnap you. Like... This is the lowest of low. This is diabolical. This is the lowest of low. He openly discussed the personal lives of other and previous talents. He told me about one of his current larger talents' daily life constantly, despite me telling him there's none of my business. Yeah, again, just unprofessional. Not surprised, by the way, but including details of her moving plans, where she was going, telling me details about merch drops. Yeah, see, that's not professional. I constantly discussed his previous talents. Most of the conversations were to tell us that they were not good people, full brats, etc. Right? So again, just being completely unprofessional myself. Guilty and Bibley were at one point pulled into an emergency call after WeebCon. We were told that this talent was on a smear campaign against Chino and Flash, that they were accusing him of stealing from them and manipulating them. Spoiler alert, they were telling the truth. We went on to discuss their taxes in detail and a large amount of information regarding their mental and physical. You're sharing their tax information. What? That's illegal. That's literally just straight illegal. Dad, can we get like a count of all the actual illegal activities this guy's participated in? What? That's literally illegal. We were asked to ban them in our chats, do not interact with his social media in any way. Although I will say, anytime we did literally anything, he referred to examples of his talents and the talents from previous paragraphs, right? So he would literally just use that as like a way to control, right? There's constant use of AI and ChatGPT for literally everything he does. His partner was added to all the group chats under an alternate account. I know that they, what's up, Lexi? Oh, tell her hi. We kind of got that in the video. Lost multiple sponsorship opportunities due to him. So chat. I want to put this in perspective. Plot twist. Plot, you're a full-time content creator, right? I'm pretty sure she is. So let's go under that assumption unless she corrects us. So plot twist is, under our assumption, a full-time content creator. Or at least, make it, oh, okay, she has a job. Okay, thank you. So plot is making, like, a good chunk of change off of Twitch, right? She probably, maybe wants to go full-time. Gotcha, plot. So, no, totally understand. I remember those days, trust me. Working 25 hours and then come home and full-time content creator, I remember. So, plot is trying to become full-time content creator or, making a lot of money, right? And not only did this person charge her an insane amount of money, but also they put her through mental stress, they did illegal things, and on top of that, chat, they lost plot, not only opportunity for exposure, but they lost her money in her pocket. Because again, chat, she lost multiple sponsorship opportunities due to all this happening, right? So this person not only did all of these horrible things, but literally reached into her pocket and said, nope, no money for you today. One time he accidentally told a one chat representative I was annoying in the group chat with them between the three of us. What? He says it was because he was using speech to text and didn't notice. I never heard from them again. I asked him to reach out to our culture for a merch drop, and he told me he would. Later, I would ask about it because he told me he had meetings scheduled previously, and he told me he never reached out to them because I wasn't big enough to work with our culture and to drop it. I would reach out to my Vtuber and GamerSops. He wouldn't let me to respond because he was working at a better deal for me. This area could go on for a while. I'll leave it to a couple examples. So literally, he cost you a Vtuber/GamerSops and also a merch drop. All right, hold chat. I'm trying to get back. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. The document was too strong. The document was too strong, chat. Oh my god. I'm so sorry, guys. I had a power blip. Everybody refresh. Everybody refresh. Refresh, everybody. I'm so sorry about that, guys. Seriously. I'm trying. Yeah, everybody refresh. Everybody refresh. Okay, let me get my tracking back on. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Oh my goodness, the document was too strong. But no, I had a power blip. Like everything just went out. Yeah, everything just went out. I literally just saw a blip. So everybody type refresh. I know. I'm sorry. I was a little EP. So we back, chat. I'm so sorry, guys. Sometimes it just happens that way, you know, like there's not really anything I can do about it. So I appreciate you all sticking with me. Thank you so much. Again, I'm so sorry, guys. I wonder if my YouTube one is still going. Probably not. I think it probably died. Oh no, we're good. Okay, it's back. Let's go. All right, we're back, guys. Thank you so much for sticking with me again. I'm so sorry about that. There was like a power blip. Yeah, there's a power blip here. And all of my stuff just went boop. It literally just died. So we're back though. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate all of you so much for sticking around. So yeah, I really hate that. But again, nothing I can do. So I think we're good. All right, if you're here, type 1 in the chat. Casual American electricity. So true. Texas self-contained power grid. Oh, it's so bad. By the way. It's like one of the worst power grids in the entire nation, by the way, if you don't know that. So, okay, well, hopefully everything will still work the same, chat. Again, I'm sorry if anything gets messed up. So, Texas moment. But anyway, I'm gonna let everybody get in here. And we will get back into the document. Let's see. Where did we leave off? Losing the sponsorships. Yeah, that's where we were. I'm not sleeping on the job. I needed to turn my tracking on. That's mean. So anyway, is everybody here? If you're here, you've all typed 1. That's great. So I know you're here. Okay. All right, let's get back into it, chat. Again, thank you so much. We were talking about the missing sponsorship opportunities, which is beyond fucked up, by the way, to lose all of these sponsorship opportunities because I, quote unquote, misspoke. And then on top of that, like, oh yeah, you're too small for these. Bro, actually, fuck him. No, bro. No. But if you need merch, let me know, girl. I'll take care of you. That's crazy. He currently owes me 54 edited clips. Originally, I was told I would get horizontal and vertical. Previously owed me 71. The ones I've received so far, only in vertical versions, honestly. I just want my content paid for at this point. I doubt we'll ever see it. Yeah, I don't think you're ever gonna get it as well. Since leaving Flask at the end of my contract, Juno's told others that I've been doing illegal things and stole from him. He's been slandering me to mutuals, that I'm crazy and crashing out. Now I'll figure out I fucked up, but you didn't do anything. But you're literally just existing. Like, this person literally is the epitome of, oh, well, I fucked up, so guess what? I'm gonna blame it all on you, gaslight you, manipulate you. Also, I'm gonna take all your money and everything else that you have. Yeah, it's mine. Oh, by the way, I didn't do anything to earn that, but he's really like, oh, did you talk to me? I own your IP. Like, who is this man? I fucked up, so it's your problem now. Literally. So, and of course, there are a ton of receipts, pulling me for work to be upset I wasn't sharing his romantic partner's tweet. Here is that video of this chat.
I'm not gonna beat around the bush here. Is there something you and Guilty have a problem with Amelisa's debut?
No. Why?
Because neither of you have interacted with any of her debut stuff. It's
I
seems a
have.
little odd.
I saw your message a minute ago, but I've literally been trying to get the server running. I've been making these thumbnails for the last, like, you came in here. I've been delegating and, like, working I have not even done my job today. Like, I saw your message earlier, but other than that, like, her stuff doesn't pop up on my timeline a ton. So I didn't even know about it until, like, a day or so ago.
I'm not gonna lie to you, chat. Plot staring at me this way, I'm starting to feel something.
Because the last I heard, she told me about it being art. Like, she messaged me about it, like, a while back, and I told her it looked good, and she sent me sketches. So I didn't even know she had a debut that was coming up that fast. But she doesn't interact with me or anything like that.
She stopped
So-
interacting with you guys because she said every time she did, it seemed like you guys were ignoring her. And this is for you and Guilty. And
Okay, but all that aside, literally put that up on a shelf. Why are you under any obligation to retweet her stuff?
to be fair, I haven't noticed any of you guys interact with any of her stuff, but
It's like he's like scolding you as a kid. Like, oh, why aren't you making friends? You're supposed to be making friends.
I've made a conscious effort to making sure that she was interacting first and not necessarily asking for anything, but just actually there. And I know that she has been. So, although I do know you guys have been busy, it does seem somewhat targeted. And at this point, I feel like I felt the need to address it just because I've literally seen you guys interacting with multiple other people's debuts, and just it seemed whether it's intentional or not, it comes across as if you, Orca, and Guilty are ignoring hers. Which,
Okay.
if that is your case and you're actually doing, that's okay. I just wanted to make sure that's not actually going on, or there's something else.
No. You did not start the conversation that way, bro. So, as you can see, chat, I'm not going to play the whole thing, but I did want to get a little bit of it in here. But as you can see, chat, just completely unfair, right? And of course, this was the last time they spoke with Shino. It was supposed to be a normal meeting call. He informed me he's taking 50% of the ownership of the project, which is the really fucked up one, right? You know, she's worked so hard. Yo, what's up, Thickums? How are you? Always more drama, I swear. I spent countless hours and over $2,000 in just assets on this show. Does not belong to him. It will not belong to him. I was waiting to hear from you if we're going to have a meeting. Since we normally do that at 5:30 EST on Thursday. I'm going to go back to working on things. I'll only have Thursday and Friday off. And I'll have the, here's meeting scheduled for tomorrow, so I'll be able to do this on any other day this week. And they said, that was my fault, I overslept. I was a little more packed in the morning than normally I'm due to weekend plans. I'm catching up on backlog work. Blank went to the hospital last night, so just heads up, I had to cancel that meeting. That being said, if you're free a little bit, we can chat. Okay, so just confirming that, you know, this was happening. The meeting itself happened, right? Yeah, this is just confirming like when the meeting's gonna happen. So there was something going on with this clip here about like one was censored, one wasn't. So okay, thank you. Meeting question mark. Moon, I'm about to write that. Please don't get pushy. I was looking at my board and making sure something works for you since you have offline stuff that day. What? How was that pushy? You're like, just like, hey, when are we doing a meeting? That was that pushy. I'm not being pushy. I'm trying to plan out the only 2 nights that I have off stream. I'm only able to do this earlier in the week. Then I get a counter request. So we can just kind of going back. And again, here's where plot twist talked about kind of setting boundaries. And of course, him just kind of like dismissing them. Let's see, I hated doing it that way. It's not my goal to make you feel that way. I've been for a while trying to get the lot of you guys to work together as a team in hopes of sharing ideas since splitting that load. A retweet is 2 seconds, but still wasn't so much about the retweet itself. So again, just going on about that stuff with their girlfriend, right? So I paid an additional $500 each month for 4 full-length edited videos and 15 edited clips for 9 months starting in May. We know that she ultimately did not get any of those, chat. So I got the new contract, but I don't want to talk about the YouTube videos missing and not being in the new contract. So new contract is for 2 months. It's not in here for more videos because I'm using these 2 months to make up for the missing videos. So those missing ones that work will be done these 2 months. I did mention that during the meeting, correct? I understand that, but I would like to reflect in the contract. That's fine, but I want to be clear. These will not be extra videos, only finishing the videos already owed. Clear, yeah, I know that. And that's what I'm saying. This is their mini balance of videos. They wanted the contract, which I'm glad you stood up for yourself, Plat. Because that's absolutely something you need to. So, and then get talking about his partner. I feel like all of this is, there's one thing I want to see in particular. Here's the thing about the the one-shot sponsorship. What's up, Stuart? We're talking about this manager that put a lot of creators through a really, really horrible time. Lunar Plateau says, did you mean to call me annoying in the chat? No, voice to text mess up bad, I'm guessing on my bad. I had a wondering there, I'm guessing it's such annoying. With it updated or something, holy shit, my bad. Hey, Grave Shino here. I want to follow up on a post TwitchCon stuff. To be honest, Lottie wanted to work with you guys for a while now, but I figured it'd be better just to wait until after we reconnected TwitchCon. For the most part, I'm sure she's just wondering what the next step would be, and obviously what the overall steps would look like for your partners. Kind of asking about compensation and stuff like that. But yeah, apparently he said, like, instead of wondering, it was just annoying. So, that's a pretty big fuck up just to, like, leave, but, let's continue scrolling because there's something I want to look for. Removing me from group chats regarding my business, without notice and then avoiding responding to me when I ask about it. Yeah, notice that my group chat's pinned for you went down and the lore chat is gone. I'm fine with that, but I'd like to provide the lore that was written to that point. The link to that was in the chat. And then he gave this link. I'm not a partner. Did you see my previous message? I did not. LMAO, I'm in a meeting, but I'll get to that in a bit. He probably never got back to that, right? Good morning. Hopefully I can catch you before your meeting. I'd really like a response to this before it's buried. Also, where are any of the videos that you've sent me drafts for getting posted? It's been a month. And then he sent this. Sheena, what's going on? It's like you're avoiding me at this point. Which he is. We're fine. I'm just at the gym. I'm not really online until about 2 p.m. your time. Videos will be coming. Soon we had some mana revisions based on your feedback. But Flo has been around to give me the full check due to being busy. Last week on Lisa's lore videos, so he backed out. He's a little backed up. These videos will be coming soon. I'm just concerned, but since we're 2 days away from the end of the month, I'm supposed to have 13 videos by the end of this contract. And I want 13 videos. And they just suddenly are not appearing. Yeah, I feel the same way for you, Plot. Like, he just hasn't, like, given you your stuff, right? Let's keep scrolling here. The use of AI is a constant issue, both using ChatGPT for everything and AI images. You're good, Bard, you're good. Have a good one, sweetheart. Can we make sure to mention to not use AI in the thumbnails if possible? I just feel the background of the thumbnail for the video posted is AI, and that makes me extremely uncomfortable. Totally fair. I also haven't been added back to the lore group chat. He made a lot of comments about this, but I haven't known Polly to use AI in his thumbnails. Maybe you got something from Google that was using AI because he will Google search relevant images, but he's not generally going out of his way to use AI. But bro, like, you're not addressing it. You know what I mean? Like, if somebody's like, this is AI, you're gonna be like, oh shit, they probably didn't mean that, but let me fix it for you. Like, Even AI styles are pulled from work someday. I use Photoshop daily for my job. You can generate AI images in Photoshop. And this is what it looks like it is being done, right? Even AI styles are pulled from work. Somebody did, and AI is still new to Photoshop. He's really just arguing about AI, like, dude, if they're uncomfortable with it, you're their manager. Don't use it. I mean, you shouldn't use it anyway, but maybe a little bit more research on it until AI image is generated is in order. Not likely. There's a lot of people assuming things are AI when things are not, especially on Twitter. Brother, just take the feedback. The image in his first slide is AI. You sure most of the hands have 5 fingers? That's... It did. Oh, that's not fingers, so it's good, right? What the fuck? Here, let's keep... Oh, this was the contract completion, so... Alright, so let's kind of read, some of this other stuff here. Again, I'm not going to read, everything that has to do, with this entire thing, but... I think it's important to read some of the other things that have been going on with the other creators. So here is a guilty statement. I would like to preface all of this by saying that none of the artists or anybody who worked with us, we're in the wrong. They're already in the contract, but in previous to our work together, they all have to make a living, and I do not blame them at all. Also, my screenshots are what I could grab, as he deleted a year's worth of messages between us after another talent had left. So you see this as well, chat. Like, he just keeps deleting all the proof. So I will tell you guys, sometimes you got to take a lot of screenshots, and it really sucks, but screenshots are important. Like, I'll tell you, I've had some issues going on. I took some screenshots. I had to. I signed with Shino December 2023. First 3 months seemed to go rather good. Shino was great at giving advice, directing me, and helping me when I had ideas and concepts, giving me tips how to bring the concepts together. To me, it seemed like he was the right choice, especially because we're all friends before this. Still, it wasn't. So again, we see this. Oh, here, no, I got you.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
It seems like he starts off on the right foot to get them into the fold, and then immediately turns around and on them. He slowly made it clear he was growing very busy and started showing consistency with upholding his end of the contract. I would DM him only to be ignored. I was to have an open communication with him as per my contract. His time for meetings was awful. I'd have to contact his partner to call and see if he was awake. On multiple occasions, he would either come hours late, just try to reschedule after leaving, or trying to reschedule after leaving me waiting for hours, or respond days later with excuses. Nah, unacceptable, bro. I mean, like, people have stuff going on. I understand that, but you're a manager, and at least communicate. Hey, I'm going through a hard time. Like, I need a day or two just get my mind that. And again, like, what were you so busy with? Generating AI images, like coming up with prompts, like what?
Oh, brother, this
There you
guy
go.
stinks!
To make it worse, he would make it clear he did not care if he missed a meeting if another client was debuting, or a convention was coming up, which we did see in some other messages as well. I expressed he prefer meeting days for Friday or Saturday. I was open to morning, Sunday, and 8 days long. I didn't have family appointments. He would intentionally just ignore some talents, and after the debut or con, would make excuses of how he was just so busy that whole week. Yeah. Nope.
Huh?
Nope. So he was inconsistent with communication as well as providing clips. We already know that quite a bit from other stuff with the plot. I did my best to scrub my own VODs, and I can't afford to hire Mr. Scrubber to make it worse. I realized he would turn around and say the same thing for most of his talents, talking negatively about it, right? Now, when everything with TwitchCon happened, I would preface and say I was not there. No plans to go to TwitchCon after I debuted, but it didn't stop stuff from getting back to me. Like his partner talking awful about... What? People confirming it, him downplaying it. And to make it worse, when I contacted him about seeing one of my talents posts, he downplayed after what happened with her and her friends. So literally his partner talks shit about guilty. And he's like, nah, it's okay. Nah, it's fine. It's not a big deal. Now, all the other talents who were there made it clear that was not always with them, like he had told me. So, again, he was not always with those talents, which Orchid just told us a little bit earlier that he was not there with her. So, kind of backing up that claim as well. when it came to his partner, and again, guys, don't bother the partner. Seriously, don't harass anybody in this. Don't bother anybody, okay? I originally had no issues with her, so she kept talking shit about me and spreading lies. People don't even know reach out to me claiming she said that because he took all of her money to pay for all of my stuff for my debut. Yeah, right. I will list everything he has paid for. The majority I did. After that, I pulled away from her and decided to keep it cordial. I just wanted to focus on me, my community, and my debut. He would then downplay every mistake she made while working from him under Flask. She was supposed to help me write my lore storyboard. I gave her what she needed for my initial ideas. A month more of silence. As she know, and he turns it into you should have contacted her. Nah, bro. Nope. Nope. Yeah, exactly. The gaslighting's real. I did it myself, expressed I wanted nothing to do with her, and moved on. Her issue with plotting. And her working on her lore before, and should have followed my gut instinct. Did not do it because, sure enough, she did not uphold her end. His girlfriend. So, yeah, this is quite a lot. But I did want to at least mention that. Let's keep going on here. So, recorded call where Shino yells at me for not giving her a full copy of my model and threatens to terminate my contract. Let's take a look, chat.
Model and everything. All of that was fine. The only thing is, I don't have the actual, like, fully finished rig model anyway. It is, like, Sam is still working on it. I was just talking to him. He will have an update and everything should be fine. He said he has to fix one little
It's on
thing
plot
that he
twist,
caught.
Twitter.
And then he'll send it to me, and then that way I could take a look at it, go over it, make sure everything's okay. And if something needs to be fixed, he can get right on it because he knows we don't have a lot of time. That's just the thing. It's just like, he's busy. I understand, and I respect that, he has religious holidays, which I get. I'm not the religious type, but I'm going to respect somebody else's
Yeah, I got you, Shani.
religious identity and what they have to do.
That's his business. Yeah, that's not my point. I get all that. I haven't had a problem with any of that. The only thing I'm confused is like why you were under the impression that I shouldn't have it to be able to check or test for things myself. Like that I have no experience with this. I've never checked or tested for anything, or that like it is
I never said you
crime or
don't
negative.
have experience or anything like that. I'm just saying.
Okay,
like,
that's not the point then. I don't understand this mindset of like you don't want to give it to me. For what reason? I've been a part of the entire process up to this point. There hasn't been an issue like this.
You don't have it. You don't have it.
The entire process up to this point. What is the issue now?
Create this model out of thin air. You better have it right now. Who is this guy? Summon forth the model.
There was no issue.
What the
I wanted
fuck?
it done specifically my way, so I was.
That's
just
fine.
doing
I don't
it
have a problem with the
myself.
way you have it. That doesn't mean that I'm not going to check it or test it. That's still part of my job.
I mean,
I don't understand your reason
Who decided
for
that?
not wanting me to do that.
okay, I was under the impression that a part of like your job was to just literally help manage and help keep me or like oriented. It had nothing to do with the actual like. You need a
Yeah,
copy
is it?
Well,
of
are
that
you
model.
telling? So what you're telling me is you don't want to send the model because you don't want me to have it, or you don't think I should have it? Then
Oh, I just figured like it was.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not going to give my model to anybody I don't trust. And if you even have a question, let alone an inkling that you didn't trust this person, he has no right to your model. Your model is like giving away like your heart to a loved one. You know what I mean? Like it's special, chat. You don't just give it away. You know what I mean? Like you protect that with everything. It is like, the fucking like I don't know, like a special gym. It's like the gym in the magic lamp inside of the Cave of Wonders. You protect that under all costs.
It was just all mine. Like I was just going to figure out how I wanted it rigged. I wasn't looking for anybody's like
It's not his job
other
either.
opinion on it, other
I'm not-
than like me just trying to break it and seeing if this was the quality that I wanted. That was pretty much it. I didn't have any expectation of sharing it with anybody besides
so-
all of my backups that I have.
So
Like backup
my
pictures,
general
everything.
thoughts, not really worried about like changing your quality. My only thought was basically just to test it. Only thing I've ever used them for is to test it and if needed, to create thumbnails, which we've done before, and you've had the thumbnail situation.
Can I be honest, chat? Can I give you my opinion on this? Is that okay? I don't want to like jump ahead too much, but I think I have a very strong feeling of what's actually happening here. I think I really, really do. I think this is another way for him to hold something else over you. By him having your model, that's one more way that he has control over you. I think that's what it is. I think that's what it is.
Friend, I've never had the situation with you where I've needed to ask you for a thumbnail over and over again. Like, I've just been able to have you do it, but that doesn't mean as I've gotten more experience and understanding and learning how to check things, I've also practiced learning how to learn basically how to break them, what might cause breaks, different.
Why do you need a model to make a thumbnail? You can make a whole folder of reactions. Like, I have a folder full of my reactions. I went like, and like, I have a full model folder with transparent backgrounds that I can just give to somebody to make a thumbnail. Like, that's not even needed, dude. You don't need my model. Yeah, like, that's such a, like, normal thing. Like, why do you need to suddenly have my model? Nah, bro. This sounds like a very controlling, like, boyfriend, you know, like, that, like, wants to own every part of your life. Maybe I'm projecting a little bit of my past experience, but you know what I mean? Like, that's what it feels like to me.
I've basically been doing different tutorials myself since this is the 8th model I've worked on at this point, to like check for things that I know you might miss or that you just might not think to check, or even things that I've learned recently from working with other people that were, they should work in most cases, but if you do these two things back and forth, sometimes it can cause issues, and testing things like that. But point still doesn't bring past that. Are you saying to me right now you do not want me to have the model because you don't think I need to have it, or you just don't want me to have it?
I mean, I don't think
Both.
you need to have it.
Why does it matter? Yeah, I don't think you need to have it. Exactly. Thank God. You don't need to have it. There's no reason.
Like I said, I was already doing everything, like testing it myself the way that I wanted. I didn't think I needed to really run it past anybody. So I don't really feel the need to really
Right,
share with
exactly,
anybody that,
right,
and it's like,
exactly. Also, Red,
I
that's
mean-
amazing. That's so cool. Maybe I might hit you up for that. You want to hit me up in DMs?
like I don't even
That is not how
have
we.
the full base anyway.
I don't know what your mindset has been or how you've come to the conclusion. This is not how we worked up until this point. I'm not going to continue working like this where I'm playing back and forth games, half this, half truths, half that. I'm not interested in it anymore. So here's what I'm going to do. I wanted to, at the very least, just work to the debut, get you to debut, and have you be there. But for whatever reason, you seem to want to be split in terms of combative and not actually like work together, at least towards your own debut.
Where has Guilty been combative? Please, chat. Name one time that Guilty was combative.
I'm not gonna
combative.
play the
Chino,
render
you have
gaze.
not. You have not tried to communicate with me about my debut or anything. You wanted to be petty because I didn't share all my
You wanted to be petty. No, you wanted to be
that's
petty,
not
and you
being
wanted to hide
petty.
information from me.
That's not hiding.
Hide information from you. What? I can't take this serious. This guy is so unserious. This guy is so unserious. Like, you're hiding information from me.
Information. I just didn't want to be
Yes, you
filled
did.
with
Yeah,
drama.
no, exactly. No, exactly. You hid information from me for the purpose of not involving drama, but then made it a bigger drama issue. Made this much bigger than it probably should have been.
They didn't make it an issue. They said, you don't need to have my model. That's it. You're the one that's like blowing it up into this giant thing like, I'm going to terminate your contract because I'm the main character. That's right. If you don't live by my standards and you're not living by any standards at all, what in the Lex Luthor is this,
Should have
bro?
been addressed when it happened, yes. But I asked multiple times to address the situation because I had no idea any of this was going on. You decided because whether you wanted to be drama or you wanted to be petty or whatever the case it was, all of you decided you guys wanted to handle it on your own and didn't handle it properly. So,
and by properly, you mean by your standard, right?
I'm not going to sit here and argue with you anymore about it. I'm not here to argue with anybody about it anymore. What I'm going to do is this, since you're changing up from the work experience we've had up until this point, I'm just going to send you a refund for the last 6 months. So from here to TwitchCon, since that's when this seems so started for you, it's about $1,900. You can keep the last 2 payments, and then I'm just gonna send you a termination here saying, hey, we're gonna stop here.
Thanks for gifting a sub, Shark.
I would like to at least get you your debut, not because I want to work past your debut, not even because I wanted money from your debut. I just wanted to actually get to your debut properly to make sure it works, but it does not seem to be that's where your head's at, and I'm not, like,
Bro, just take the refund. I'm gonna be real. Guys, I do want to remind all of you, I understand that this person is pretty bad, but don't harass this person. Like, don't be doing that. I want to make sure I make that clear, all right?
not going to be trying to work with someone who I feel is actively working against me or working against their own interest. I'm not doing that anymore.
Bro, he is gaslighting you so
So-
hard.
That's what I'm gonna do. We should refund. I already calculated it's about $1,900. She's gonna send you $2,000
By the way, he didn't even refund all that.
back just to keep it, whatever. And then at this point, you can handle your stuff from here. I'm gonna move forward, and we're just gonna end it there. Okay?
Why does this feel like a you're nothing without me?
Okay. I mean, all I wanted was to be able to see the lore.
And what I wanted to show you guys was how he threatens people, right? And that's what you got out of that call, right? He also refused invoices as well. Like, hey, Shino want to message a lore artist about one of the corrections. You're supposed to send. Shino says, there seems to be some confusion here. We kind of need to have a conversation as well, like an invoice for the model art stuff, Minas as well. You get it soon enough, but it seems to be a major issue here. I'd rather get it now than later, so we can have that talk when you're ready. No, but we can talk when you have time. The spending service on something you haven't paid for this month isn't weaponizing it. Literally, any other service provider would do the same thing. You don't pay your cell phone bill, it gets turned up. You don't pay for YouTube Premium, then you cancel your subscription. I didn't bug you just yet about paying for last month because you're on vacation. Also figured we need to have a talk before everything what you did. I haven't re-added you to anything. I was going to hit Tip today, so if you're free to talk. We have things to get them reinitiated. So, I want to know if I was going to be able to have access to the art for the lore video. I'll let you know, again, contacting them at a later time. No, they're pretty much done with the art. Let me know if you have time to follow up today or Sunday. It is my only open day. I'm free today if you have time. I have the time between now and 12. Morning, Shino can have access back to the groups. Good morning, Shino. This is the third day of me asking you to put me back in the group chat. I mean, literally just like trying to control the entire situation about everything. That's just, nah, bro. That ain't it. Him demanding the rig files, which we already heard, of course, on the call. Our last conversation, we also terminated my contract because I refused to give him a copy of my model. Plus, to be worked on, then he also turned around and deleted everything. So, what we did, we just heard, right? So, it is my IP. Not only that I cannot update you if I'm waiting on an update myself, as I will have offered to pay for my stuff, but you keep withholding invoice. If that's how you want it. What's that even mean? Like, what are you even talking about? Yeah, no, like, if you don't give an invoice, like, what are you supposed to do? That's crazy. He included the document that you immediately released the art for the lore video. I cannot, but I do have the files here ready for you now. What do you mean you cannot? I have the files in a drive ready to send you. There's a picture. Then I would feel more comfortable if you just sent them, and then I sign, or you add to the contract and sign. Wanted to fight with me about adding to my termination contract that the art would then be mine. I'm not going to keep them for you, but I'm not adding any changes. Bro, what the fuck? He's literally just holding this stuff against you. Gina, you've always made it clear to me that everything should be listed in the contracts. Always having the contract to cover your ass. You're right, and now I'm covering mine. Oh my god. It needs to be in the contract to cover your ass. But now I'm covering mine because I'm not gonna put it in the contract because that's covering my ass, and you should always cover your ass with your ass. By covering it. Anyway, I've been up on the up and up with you the whole time. I offered a refund. Happy to pay it. Came by the updated amount so you can get your stuff. But I'm not jumping through any more hoops. What do you mean? Just give them the stuff. Gina, just asked you to add it to the bottom. So you release art and ownership over to me as soon as I sign. And I ask you for any other changes, just that one add-on. Blank, how about I can add this, whatever that is. Manager Blank agrees to give the talent Blank access to the GT Guilty Thorns art. I mean, I'm I really do like that you were very specific about it. Can't do full ownership of rights because my team and the artist thought to be credited. I understand the artist, but I was under the impression that there was no video made, so I'm sorry, but what did the team do? If I'm covering the cost, I would expect that much. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, just because, normally when you pay artists, right, like you either you own that stuff, you pay for commercial rights, or you credit them. This is just yapping. He's literally just yapping. Oh, you went from full release to full ownership. Like, bro, I'm not releasing that contract to you. Then why would I be paying for it? We're releasing each form our contract. In this agreement, you would get the rights to use it as we discussed during your agreement for the lore video. And then, bro, he's literally just yapping. He's literally just yapping. Like, what the heck? So, this talent is a random talent of the anonymous talent chat that would like to maintain their privacy. Therefore, their name and names of others have been blurred. On the instance below, the talent asked for a copy of their contract, as one was never sent up after they signed, which Sheena refused to send and inquired why they might need to see it. It is very hard to get him to send that to that talent. Only after a phone call did he provide the contract. So, I need a copy of my contract. Did your tax person get back to you? No, but I want the contract. What happened? Something came up. I want a copy of it. It's not bothering me. I don't have it. So can you please send it to me now? I like to keep things out of time. The questionnaire would lead me to believe otherwise. Bro, what? Why does this guy do this? He plays fucking games with you. He's like, people are just like, can I have this thing? And he's like, oh, but let me talk about this other thing that has absolutely nothing to do with it. And then talk about that. And then also you're being aggressive. This is like the 5th time he said that. Yo, what's up? How's it going, cutie? Good to see you. What aggression? You're telling me there's nothing else going on right now. I'm just asking, as I have a right to my contract. My parents wish to see it, so I need it now. Okay, that's fine. It should be assigned, so I can't access it. I'm with my parents. I can't. Why did you remove me from the YouTubes? My parents are going over my stuff. It's a serious time I'm having with them right now. They told me to. Why? They said no contract means someone shouldn't have access to my stuff. They're uncomfortable with it and I live in a house rent free right now. You feel this way. It doesn't matter what it feels on my house. It's not. Okay, so again, they're saying like they're talking about the contract with their parents. The parents aren't okay with that. So on and so forth, right? They want to see the contract. Okay. What is this about? Why are you asking that? Send the contract. Send the contract. You know, like, it should be an email about you unless they see the contract. I just check to make sure your assistant is signed and I can send it, but there's more to this. And then I'm being told I'm not targeting you without somebody understanding. Bro, just send the contract. He's like, oh, but I wouldn't understand, like, you know, why is the sky blue? Why is the sky so beautiful? Why do flowers bloom in the summer? We're like, just send that contract. Pizarro's manager actually hates money in managing. Oh my god. Okay, we're gonna scroll past this. A talent was also informed that Sheena speaks ill of the other talents behind their back. Okay, we've seen that. Shares details he should not. Also claims he got not only his ex-talent Bibli blacklisted from things, but also MQ blacklisted because they spoke out about something that happened to them at a party Sheena hosted. So let me get this straight. They got liked at this blurb party, and then you downplayed it, and then you also said, "Oh, I'm blacklisting them." Did I miss anything, chat? Did I miss anything, chat? There's no screenshots, unfortunately, but you know, again, there it is. Calling Cheeto manager the same thing as calling cancer. So, yeah. So they're talking about the contract here, which I am gonna skip by. Again, I don't want to get too deep into that, but okay. So after they replied, he began deleting messages between himself and the talent, which you've already seen multiple times. He then proceeded to delete a notebook survey made for his talent as a private Discord to post ideas and rest for their stream, which have been posting stuff in there for almost a year at that point. He also deleted important documents he made for the talent that he shared with them on Google Docs. Luckily, the talent So like they had to have a copy of everything over to a new server they made and make copies of every Google Doc, so that's good. So again, just this person, once they don't get their way, they literally just end up trying to hold this talent hostage. Let's see, can you let me know so when my stickers are shipped? I'm excited to see this little guy, so I figured you can see they're deleting because they replied and they're like, why are you deleting messages? AK like stuff about my stickers, that green photo, and a message about the lawyer stuff, but yeah, the photos has my address and stuff for Void Grace. After the conversation, he made posts. Oh, he made posts on Twitter. Also, hi chat. Do I look like Yomi? Did I do a good job? Yeah, do I look like Yomi? I tried my best. I tried my best to look like Yomi. Yeah, how did I do, chat? Yeah, I did pretty good. I'm Yomi. Wait, what does Yomi say? Oh shit, what does Yomi say? Oh my god, I love piss. I'm such a piss tuber. No, please, pee. I just love pee. I'm such a big piss tuber. What was that good? Was that very Yomi like? Was that Yomi enough? Oh my god. Yo, thank you. I tried. Yeah, ask Yomi, see what they say. So anyway, they made a post on Twitter, very professional. Hold on. No! Am I Yomi enough for this Yomi chat? Here we go. I'm sorry. Lesson of the night. Good friends are worth more than money. If a friend steals from you, forget about it. They did you a favor. This sponsor reached out to Shino. Previously, he never informed the talent of their interest in sponsoring them. This adds on to Bibley's argument about not being communicative. So, yeah, I reached out to Shino about it a while ago, but he never responded. I don't know if this person is like attempting to be the worst manager of all time, but they won. They literally won. Like, Jesus. So we are gonna read. Of course, Little Nee has quite a lot to say as well. But I do want to read her synopsis and kind of skip through them. Again, guys, this document is very, very long. It would take me so much time. It would take me like all day to read through it. And I do want to read through the important parts, but I don't have 8 hours to read through everything. But anyway, let's read this. So, Little Nee says, in 2023, I was actively seeking a manager after being burned multiple times by 3 previous ones in previous 2 years. Some of you may recall my past Twitter statement a few months ago, explaining poor management was one of my major factors that made me want to completely quit VTubing, especially my last experience due to all the trauma I faced as a VTuber. As mentioned in the last statement, this is why I decided to be a part-time VTuber. This was my experience with Shino. Persistent lack of communication, telling me I was assigned a temporary manager to help me, who had no idea existed. What the fuck? Wait a second. Wait a second. So he said, wait a second. I can't do my job, so let me give you a random person? That's horribly unprofessional. Heck no. Heck no, dude. I'd accepted that. Heck no, I'd accepted that. Repeatedly dismissing or minimizing my concerns or mollifying them with false promises, missing important meetings and never rescheduling them, not finishing things he said he would do for me, not following up, halting or delaying any plans, or my plans in general with all these setbacks, mishaps, explaining what he was doing for other talents while putting me on the back burner, getting to businesses of talents that had nothing to do with me or my content. Again, that's a pattern. Ignoring my special needs, dismissing me having autism by mentioning his girlfriend. That's fucked up. Contradictions, gaslighting, emotional manipulation, neglect, ghosting, and overall mistreatment. So I do want to look at their initial agreement. After reviewing my track record, Shino was enthusiastic about potentially managing me. Following a few interviews, he expressed his interest in bringing me into Flash, pending approval from his team. Early summer, I informed his team to approve me. Shino said he'd be happy to become my manager and offered a 3-month trial contract. What's up, Jack? Thank you for 39 months. give me a taste of how it would be. Mentioned in his trial period, he and his team would be providing several free services. More importantly, he agreed to help me create a detailed game plan. So it sounds like he did the same thing he did to everybody. He gave you false promises. He made it sound like, everything was super great and awesome. Everybody was going to be so excited for everything that was going to happen. And then ultimately, he would pretty much just totally gaslight you. That's pretty much what I'm getting out of this chat. So apparently, though, during this one, however, there were red flags during the onboarding, which is, I think, the first we've heard of this. I believe Shino had good intentions at first. It eventually became clear that he had taken on more than he could handle. And unfortunately, he ended up carrying the burden of that for about 5 to 6 months. Before agreeing to work with him, I opened up about my past issues with past managers I've worked with. I was guarded and made it clear I would not commit to somebody being my manager unless he had time for me. He assured me it would be okay. I also checked in several times in the start, asking him if he was sure I wasn't a bad time, and he reassured me. However, I went through a repeat of everything I've been through in the past with some things being new/worse. Then it came to my trial. I kept being told I'll start this month. Actually, next month. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. Just pushing her off. After 2 months of my onboarding, Shino told me I was getting a temp manager to finally start things for me while I still take care of things. That's unacceptable. That's unacceptable, chat. If you say that you're gonna do work for somebody and you're gonna take them on, you don't give them a temporary manager. Nah, bro. Nope. I ain't falling for that. Nope. Nope. The meeting to finally meet this team manager that never happened. Wait, what? Not like after this work got back to Shino, that I knew this manager didn't know about me. Only did need to make his own group, and with a temp of other assistants, apparently, which is his girlfriend, to get a meeting going. This was another waiting game. So finally, the week was approaching where I could meet my team manager and Lisa. He was open that they would first meet with the other talent. Also onboarding Bibley. After Bibley's meeting, they would meet with me that same day. Sheena was also going to be present at this call. This is what ended up happening. This was the manager to meet my team manager. We ended up having to learn about me through Jay. So literally, this other manager just didn't even know that Little Knee even existed. I'm just wondering if the previous meeting is still running. I want to make sure the meeting is still on for today. My brain is probably not going to be able to handle standing up past 1:30. Would it be possible to set up in the groups within the next hour? You're going to ping you if anything. Okay. This is so unprofessional. What happened to my group meeting? I cleared my money and waited around the whole day and stayed up until I physically couldn't anymore. Bro, that's so fucked up. I would appreciate a follow-up. Best I can say right now is I need some time to finish setting everything up. Type 3 if you think this is unprofessional. I gotta fix my headphones really quick. Sorry, my headphones are being weird, but this is horrible. Yeah, this is just straight horrible. They also said, I do understand, I just don't have enough hours in the day right now. Then why did you promise to take on somebody? You know what I mean? Only way I can fix that is just clear out everything that is mandatory in my backlog first before booking any other meetings. So you literally just lied to him. You lied to him. Oh yeah, I'm Yomi. I'm Yomi now. Oh, I like Arby's and Smurfs and Wendy's and Piss. Yes, I'm Yomi. Yeah, he just ghosted him. And literally sent some drama of another talent. Oh, Blue Milk. If I was Little Knee, I would have run the other way, you know? The situation I mentioned is what I messaged about on 9/11. For context, you know, there were pleasant talks about literally anything but what I initially messaged about. Again, we've seen a lot of stuff going down with that. Oh, don't worry, you should go check out Yomi's channel where they did their own thing to steal my identity too. We're all in it on it together, so there's consent. Don't worry. Yeah, there's consent. Don't worry. Don't worry. Wendy's okay, piss okay. Arby's absolutely horrible. The day of calling out Shino on things, so I began to feel my patience and empathy were taken for granted. After this meeting, that was missed and never rescheduled, along with all the setbacks I needed to know what was going on with my onboarding. At that point, he wasn't even checking to ask how I was doing. Yeah, so they wanted to know what was going on. So the stand still not knowing what to do has been giving me stress. I've been focused on what I can do. More than you know, I've been working hard on TikToks and other content while I've been waiting to post these clips that recently sent to me use before this re-debut. I've done the assignment for the re-debut. Nothing was asked of me there. I've had the opportunity to work together, and I would like to continue to. However, please understand it's my livelihood. At the end of the day, I've been put on hold for a while. It's not something I can keep waiting on. Definitely at this point. So, guys, I feel like Little Knee is 100% the right to call them out for their behavior. You know, they really just stuck them to the side and made them wait. Looking back, I wish he'd have told me earlier that he couldn't take me on. I would have continued with my original debut plans by myself, and now I had them delayed. And they were just stuck in limbo. It is your livelihood. I 100% get that. At this point, we may need to come up with some ideas to take that burden off of you just a little bit as you change and refocus more. IRL to VTuber numbers are going to take a hit for a while. And I prospered day one. We haven't talked in a while. I would need to know more about your up-to-date current situation. You may be able to plan our next move. What are you talking about? What do you mean? You don't need to know anything. What? You ghosted them. You ghosted them. Where is your accountability? Where is your accountability? This hurts my fucking brain. But even then, a lot of that would be me asking you to do things. On the other side, there's opportunity on my end. I'm working on that. Might allow me to be able to do more, but it's NDA project. Oh, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. At the time I mentioned wanting to do IRL here and there, now I'm IRL each week and use my model here and there. Things went very well the day I started combining IRL into my content. So what has saved me from completely quitting VTubing? No accountability, man. No accountability. And there's just like some screenshots of you know, the call out and stuff like that. Let me see if there's anything else I wanted to kind of point out. Okay, this seems very important, so let's look at this. The pardon, I was confused as to why he was suddenly saying we need to talk. This gave me so much anxiety as I was in a bad mental state that week. I was on the verge of a mental breakdown. Without giving me a chance to get my availability, he was wanting to suddenly call and meet that night, which I declined. This is the only time he ever prioritized me in a meeting with me. He was clearly angry at me. I was accused of venting to his staff members. The apparent line crossed, you know, mentioned to Jay. Again, I did start venting to Jay or the temp. Got every right to at this point. The part in red was a trigger face that he used against me. It's clear that I just don't have the time you need. Such a gut punch. That's why I was taken on. This is such a waste of a whole summer. In the very beginning, I told Shino when I opened up about my past experience with managers on a call, please only agree to take me on if you have the time for me. Literally just said straight up, like, just. What I will not have is anyone rushing other people to rush me anymore. Then why did you promise to take them on? This person is so unprofessional, chat. Finally dropping me as a talent. But I just don't have the time you need for management. And, you know, this is several months later, by the way, chat, just leading poor little Neon this entire time. So this is where they stand as of April 2025. Can you please elaborate on when you'll be able to help me as a consultant and advisor this back in 2023? Ideally, just what you've done before, just adding in some of the new templates I have made. And yes, some people will be able to help you with your taxes. I have another question. I'll save that for later since I'm about to step out. Blank told me in DM you'd be able to help me, so I'm fine there. Taking notes of what you said on that. When will I get to see the new templates? So consulting just to be more giving advice like I have been, but nothing more. I'm just assisting with the docs when they're done. Hi, can you send me my Patreon doc and all the other docs that were made for me already? He said, sure. When can I have them? And never got a response, chat. Never got a response. And finally, chat, we come to the last person that is in this document, which is Bibli, who literally is like, I mean, there's been all these people that have had problems about it, right, chat? But Bibli also still does not have their platforms back because they're still being held hostage by this person. So let's go take a look here. There's multiple chapters, which I do want to give enough time to each because they're important, but so here's the brief summary, and here's the documentation. I'm posting my experience with Shino as he has gone on far too long, manipulating his talents, breaking contracts, and completely disregarding the means of what it is to be a manager in a professional setting. Prior to the fall of 2024, my experiences with Shino were positive. We've kind of seen that a bit, right? He found a reason that he has access to so many of my accounts is because he helped me set them up. He helped me create my emails for my business, my TikTok, my YouTube brand, etc. Right? So he's a big part in that creation. So that's why he has access. If I had known that as soon as I told him I was not comfortable signing the contract, he was going to hold all of my business accounts hostage, delete my social presence, threaten me, and speak ill of me towards other talents, I would never agree to sign with him in the first place. But guys, I just want to point out how horrible this is. For you to do this is unacceptable. There is nowhere that is an acceptable terms of contract or to treat somebody. I remained silent because at this time I was alone. He's isolated me from the other talents who are the closest people to me. And thanks to his belittling and gaslighting, he made it seem like my perspective in all this would be insignificant and that nobody would ever take my side. Again, just manipulating, maybe making people feel small so that they won't report against him. I now see the majority of his words for fallacies, and I have proven to myself over and over again that I can succeed without having somebody dictate what I do in my content. After firing Shino, I finally achieved that sponsorship with Advanced CG. I began going to conventions, attending stuff in the Vtuber space. I commissioned entire 3D world and 3D model, which we talked about at the beginning of stream. I like to say that he was on my side, but the relationship only remained that way for so long until he felt like that the one being paid to work for me was in a position of control, which you will find that he says so himself in this compilation of archived DMs. I mean, I don't even think he's a VTuber, so delete a resource I created sent in my private business server. So remove Gmail accounts. Means owner of my IP domain. You can see all that. Cease and desist letter sent on December 12th. Oh shit. A cease and desist? Oh, we did get legal involved. Fortuitous interference, defamation, breach of contract, intentional and negligent misrepresentation, unjust enrichment. Chat. This is back December 12th. It's been 4 months almost, and he still has not released all of these accounts. There's legal ramifications coming, I think, chat. Breach of the covenant of good faith and fair dealing. Failure to comply with these demands within 5 business days will leave my client know. Choice but to pursue all available legal remedies. Wow. Against you and Flash Media. So, I don't know if you're here, Bibli. Have you taken legal action against him now? I knew his contract. I refused to sign. But listen, here's what I want to look at, chat. The actual contract and see what they say in it. Yeah, I don't think he ever complied. This talent management agreement is made and entered as of this date between blank, talent known as blank, residing as blank blank. And, okay. Whereas the talent desires to retain the service and manager to provide. She did a cease and desist, but I've got a lawyer for all of us to cover anything going forward. Gotcha. Okay. Okay, gotcha. Bibli streaming. Okay. Remind me, Roll Raider. Services outlines he schedule a compensation for talent management services. Talent agrees to pay the manager a total of $3,500 a month or 50% of the talent's total revenue earned during their duration of management. 50%? No. No. 50%? Hell no. Nah, bro. I'm sure it's whichever one is higher, 500 or 50%, but nah, bro. Nah, bro. That can be misused against you so easily in a contract. Heck no. Let's see. During the terms of agreements defined in section 3 below, gross income included not limited to the source list and schedule be attached to this agreement. Okay, managers shall be reimbursed by talents by all reasonable travel, entertainment, other. This is a very, like, guys, I gotta say, this is the most bare bone contract I've seen in a while, by the way. This is very, very bare bones. Very bare bones. It doesn't state, any type of protection for the talent. It doesn't state any type of protection for them, besides non-solicitation, limitation of liability, it's sole joint active. This is a very basic one. Very, very basic one, by the way. Indemnification, each party agrees to indemnify and hold harmless the other party from and against any and all losses, costs, damages, liabilities. Again, they don't really state where this is protected, in what state, what nation, things like that. This agreement shall be governed in construction in accordance with the laws of the state of Nevada. This is really bare bones. Again, I feel like we need like a legal mindset. We need a legal mindset look at this, but I'm going to tell you, as somebody that's constructed contracts, this is really bare bones. Very, very bare bones. How much you can uphold this, that's going to be up to a lawyer, but in my experience, it's missing. It's missing stuff. But I'm not a contract specialist, so mine's for the state of Ohio, right? It might be based on the talent, but original contract I signed, description of project, to grow clients' community and social media platforms. To help grow, you have to describe what that is exactly. Like, you have to actually like quantify what that means. That's crazy plot twist. So wait, Billy's not from Nevada, and you're not from Ohio. Somebody was the guy demanding 50%. No, it's either whichever one was higher, I believe. Yeah, what the fuck? There's a term. I'll continue until August 31st. Ownership credits. Where is the... Oh, there is a termination. I'm surprised that's even in there. Let me look. I want to look here at specifically ownership of rights and project. The completed project shall be deemed as work for hire. Client will be made the sole owner of the rights in the completed project and be responsible for securing the copyright to protect its interests against infringement. So, chat, based on his own contract, the client will be the sole owner of all rights in the completed project. So anything that is within the completed project, which they define as, them working with management services, belongs to the client. So by him trying to claim part of plot twist stuff, it's actually against the contract in itself. Just want to point that out real quick. He's trying to pull things in the contract that's not even spelled out correctly. Yeah, crazy, am I right? And again, these are very basic kind of things that most contracts will have, but they do typically have to be adjusted for the specific of your contract. But a lot of these kind of go in there: non-solicitation, limited liability, indemnification. These are pretty normal things that we put in our contracts as well. Present day, you took the time to delete every message about 2 weeks ago. Wow. Bro, he is literally running. He's literally running. So here, as you see, chat, in the cease and desist, she laid these out. torturous interference. I don't even know what that means, but we're gonna find out. A defamation, stuff like that. This makes up a lot of the chapters in her support. So I want to learn what this means. Torturous interference, a legal claim that occurs when somebody intentionally damages another person's business or contractual relationships. It is known as intentional interference with contractual relations. Got you. I'm choosing to start with the end of the relationship to expose how toxic the communication became in a professional setting, which became personal. Holding my business accounts hostage, accusing me of withholding finances, exhibiting torturous conduct. Yeah. I mean, it's already been proven, chat. It's already been proven. We've already looked at all of this stuff. I mean, them just taking control of their stuff is 100% falls under that. I'm not being petty. You are. Okay, I'll try to talk to you for weeks. You signed me out of my accounts and kicked me out of the server. And you've been ducking me. Who is petty? Guys talking behind my back. I kicked you out of my server, yeah. I'm only talking to Plotty. I can screenshot, but I don't think I will. You said you didn't want to work together. Yeah, but you can't steal access to my content. I've seen them. But you're not going to lie to my face, tell me you don't have the money when you do. Dude, bro, you are holding somebody's content hostage. It doesn't matter if they talk shit about you. Even if, let's say, hypothetically, Bibli did that, which, by the way, I know Bibli, and Bibli is a pretty fucking good person. You cannot hold their stuff fucking hostage. You're blackmailing them, essentially. I should email trying to help you fix that. It's invasive, right? I literally found out some of the missing money already, but you're being so crazy. So he's literally like invasive into their money. You should have been using your business PayPal. So it wouldn't be your personal. Why do you have access to that, bro? He literally put his hands in every pot he could just to control her. I mean, I'm not crazy, right, chat? Like, do you feel the same? Like, please feel free to check me if I'm wrong on something. Like, please, like, feel free to check me, but am I crazy? He's just like, oh, I spent a bunch of money on you. You lied to me, you're trying to hide money. I don't know what you want from me, I literally am in the negatives. But don't believe me, I guess. You started weird, but again, that does not justify making access back to my YouTube before this becomes an actual problem. That's the question. Is that a threat? What? They asked, can I get it back? Is that a threat? What does that mean? What? Reading comprehension 0. You threatened me with a lawyer already. I said, do you need me to ask your legal request for an adult since you don't want to show me the PayPal? I said we could get a call and just review it. She doesn't need to show you anything. Give her access back. I've literally logged into it before. Do you admit that you invasively went into somebody's PayPal against their wishes, by the way? Oh, brother.
Oh, brother, this
Oh my
guy
God.
stinks!
How is asking for my YouTube account back personal? No, I'm keeping this on text in case I need it. Dude, just give them their YouTube back. Cool, well, I'm done in case I need it. You're not giving me access to my YouTube. Are you going to pay me the money you owe me? We weren't in contract, you never provide clips. I'm going to pay for thumbnails, but that's all you provided me. So let me get this straight. He keeps blackmailing her for money, but that, by the way, she doesn't owe him because he never fulfilled his part of the services. So now he's like, oh, I'm just going to hold on to your YouTube. That's crazy. I'm going to scroll down a little bit farther because they're just talking about the specifics of all of this. All right, so here we go. I feel like we can skip incommunicative because we already know he's incommunicative based off all the other stuff we saw. If you guys are okay to skip this type 2, I feel like we've already pretty much proven this in multiple times in multiple ways. I don't really feel like we need to dive into this part. There's a lot of illegal stuff in here. I mean, I'm not a lawyer, but this ain't looking good. Now, clips. Again, he promised several clips a month, including having select clients pay extra for said clips. However, there's no turnaround. He would insist they were constantly in the works. He proceeded to blame me for my content being stagnant. Not the real reason because he didn't have any clips to provide. Exactly. Which, again, we've seen plenty of proof in this one. I'm going to skip this one as well. We don't need to go over this. We already know he's done this. He said this to multiple people in all of these ones that we've looked at. Accusations going backwards. This was his final accusation of me hiding money. And evidence of him is insisting to get my personal PayPal login, not my business account, given that he stole my business accounts. After our confrontation, I'm grateful that I did not give him access to my personal PayPal. I would likely not have received access back to it. I tell right now, though, I can't afford to pay off that month. I'm in negative $1,400 PayPal because I covered that commission that I asked you to help pay. Will my porter be paying off that com? I'm not in the negatives. You mentioned you need to pay off the V-Singer thing as well. Yeah, that's what it is. I can grab that for now. Link them. It's all done in VGen, and like I said, to pay for the com. I couldn't wait on it. So, okay, I'll do my best. Just had to buy a plane ticket. How much is your basic account right now? Okay, just a lot going on right now. Okay. Okay. So she went to red on something like that she had to pay for that involved him, right? If you link to your SE payouts and it's being used for business, personal or not, I need to see it. No, you don't. No, you don't. I'm sorry. No, you don't. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is far off from this. You weren't supposed to use your personal for business stuff. But if you did, then it got mixed and went negative. I need to know when it did and why. No, you don't. No, you don't. Nope. Already saw why I actually used my personal card. Your personal card wouldn't be put on PayPal. It would have been in your bank account. What do you want to know? I've given you everything I have right now. Bro, this guy is just all up in her bank business. He proceeded to call my mother, which she has given her number in case of emergency. If you have a panic disorder, my attacks get bad. She does not answer and she did not recognize his name. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Nope. 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 Bro, next time I'm putting my emergency contact as my dad. Because if you call my dad, he will fucking destroy you.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
As we begin to talk last year, their talents. Becoming paranoid, they were all speaking behind his back. It's something we all have been dead against one each other. We saw a lot of this. He plotted just got over the phone with Lisa. And I told there's a chance Sheena might try to confront me about that stupid thumbnail thing. And the way he's been treating me, I just wanted to let somebody know I'm not comfortable being alone with him. We got plenty of shit going on. We guys have time to worry about that anymore. I think we've seen a lot of proof of this. Again, talking to the girlfriend. I texted Plotty about this conversation. She told me she hadn't spoken to Guilty in weeks due to them being busy. I'm not sure how word spread that I or anyone was annoyed with the partner when I have never spoken about them before. He and Amma also had about an hour-long conversation at TwitchCon discussing these things privately. Again, it's a little bit more private stuff between them and Amma, but nonetheless, guys, like, the fact that he wants to be in their personal business like that, banking is crazy. I hope the trip goes well. Also, I've been thinking, since you've been complaining about resources, having to come to AF, it would be best for you not to come. Other mods, and I feel comfortable doing this way. We'll see. We'll talk about the trip, but not 100% comfortable with the mods, to be honest. Plus the incidents from TwitchCon, but we'll chat about it. It's also odd that after the conversation, he proceeds to update the contract, saying that the client would reimburse the manager for any travels. This is the date he finally sent me the new contract. What? Really quickly, you owe me a bunch of money for travels. I think I'll just throw that in there. Ain't no way, dude. Prior talents. I am going to skip this part as well, as we know from the other screenshots that he has talked a bunch about prior talents. He would use that as a way to manipulate the conversation. Again, here's some screenshots. If you want to look at the document yourself, I do encourage you. My goal through my coverage is to really pick out the big major points of it, but there's plenty of proof in here, so... mod conflict. There was a large debate about the behavior of a prior mod that I had. Please understand this will water the bridge for me. I'm not trying to highlight the mod's past behavior. This is to highlight the communication response to me informing my manager that an ex-community member made me feel uncomfortable. and me expressing my concern, and me do the same thing he did to me with other talents and people I consider friends. So just being communicative, that's great. Let's talk about blank. Let me know when you're free. What about it? If it's about Gene helping her work out on mine, so you can just talk about it. It's something to get riled up about. His behavior just made me uncomfortable, and he's gone now. Since you minded with blank, I want to know what the difference is now, and make sure it's not going to be an issue later. What's up, Firekeeper? How are you? Now that's simple because you asked Orca to inform blank. It's different with Orca because I actually watch your streams and want to feel comfortable in them. And if having more mods was a concern, I'm willing to help with that. I'm aware. It's different with Orca because I actually watch your streams. You're referring to blank in what way? I'm not sure how I'm being unmodded about blank helps here. Bro, it's... Why is he constantly creating these problems? Hey, can you... I just want to let you know about this. Hey, Shino, I just want to do this one thing. Well, you know, we really need to talk about why, you know, grass is green. And while we're at it, you know, who was really the first Avenger? I mean, that's really important. Do you think the Nintendo GameCube controller holds up to this day? I mean, guys, that's so important. I mean, are we going to get barbecue from Texas? Or are we going to get it from, you know, North Carolina? We really need to talk about that. It's very important that we resolve these issues because they have everything to do with the main point that you're discussing. Like, why? He does this. He just brings up random shit that has nothing to do with the conversation. Literally, Bibley's just like, hey, guess what? There's this like mod. I don't have much of a problem with him anymore. The end. End of story. If you wanted to mod him everywhere you want him to watch, he's abused his power in any way. That could be one thing. My friends stream because he's parasocial. Might do the same thing to them. He's gonna call and deal with. These are the lines for them to draw, not you. I have been on blank like a hawk. Yes, and I can warn them. So, again, they're just like, Biblia has it resolved. You know, like she's just pretty much telling you, like, this is what's going on. For what reason? I asked this because I had a private conversation with the anonymous talent informing her of his behavior. And she agreed that it was very inappropriate and informed me that she would, of her own volition, take action to ensure my comfort. Somehow Shino convinced her otherwise. Bro, I feel bad because she's just being communicative and he's trying to take all these actions, which is fine, but I'm not sure why he was battling me over something I claimed to be uncomfortable about. Exactly, like. And finally, chat, I think we might have one of the most egregious things here, which is mental health ignorance and just basically ignoring her mental health. Now, chat, I do want to say this really quick. If you are a VTuber manager and you're working closely with a talent, it is not always up to you to decide if you're going to get to know those personal things. Now, if a talent shares that with you and wants you to know it's part of the contingency of you being a manager, you're a professional, right? You're a manager. You need to be as professional and understanding as possible. Just in the way that if I'm a manager for, I don't know, pisstubers.com, right? I have to be understanding of all of my VTubers that are part of my company. In the same way that Mickey Mouse understands that I might be sick one day making it to Disney to work. It's the same thing with a manager, guys. You're being paid for that part. You gotta be professional. Also, can we make pisstubers.com a thing? The more often than not, there seems to be disregards at the impact of one's mental state. I've been open by stating that I have Hashimoto's disease, which is a hormone imbalance, and something that they're incredibly open about. I talk about it on stream. I'm not afraid to mention it. You know, it's something beyond their control. And I've had it for about 5 years and counting, okay? You'll see screenshots below. He claims that I never told him about my imbalance. And in that moment, it's something that he just was learning about, which is false because it was mentioned a lot of times before. Yeah, that's true, Tuxedo. Also mentioned on case this needs backing, but I really don't think it does. How highly inappropriate his message were to me regarding my discomfort in having a lewd stream. I originally planned to do them, but given my thyroid issue, I had very low drive and didn't want to do it right. At this time period, I was only using 3D. It never sat right with me because I did not have that creative outlet. I was seeking to grant me that disassociation. You was either inquired about me not being sexually stimulated recently, and yeah, I will let you read the rest. Yo, I'm not comfortable meeting this week. After all that has been said, let's meet next week. Posting this at 2 a.m. You are pushing this meeting this week, but if you want, we can do it this an hour later. I'm not comfortable. It feels like you've just been lashing out. I've been lashing out. I've been more direct. I haven't been lashing out. I've been more direct. I generally have been more direct because you've been avoiding things. I don't appreciate this approach. I'm not comfortable, so we're not meeting this week. Again, you need to be listening to your talent. Calling me 3 times on my personal line to discuss the mod thing was very unnecessary. That's not all it's about, Sheena. I called you 3 times. Then saying my triggers are hindering me and making me second guess my entire approach to streaming. Not okay, I agree with that. Now, since it's the 3rd time we had one understanding and then I got something from someone else, I can see your triggers are hindering you. So he knows about it. He knows about it. You know? I talk about it openly. I've asked you to play any water games. I can play water games. I have an attack. Not comfy chatting with you this week. You've been lashing out on blank, and I haven't. It's not been okay. Lashing out is the wrong approach. Did I call you out by name? Did I yell? You guys said something that was wrong? Very wrong. Nobody is still lashing out. Spent 3 hours venting your frustration to me. Since her name is Amma, I had previously had a phone call with her discussing the matter. She confided me that it felt like as if you were lashing out on her, and now myself. Okay, there you go. So you just admitted that you're lashing out. Every time I pulled you said to talk about your stream, I meant to be not there. I'm not lashing, I'm being direct. That's not an excuse, man. I'm not comfortable meeting, I'm not gonna do it. Okay, give me some space. There you go. I'm not waiting another full week to chat. Bro, it's not up to you. If they say that I don't want to meet with you, I'm uncomfortable with you, respect that. Respect that. This is like, I just don't have words. My directness came for 3 to 4 weeks of being avoided. And I'm not playing hide or tag or go seek. You want us to quit, it is me and you. You know, I'm very clearly depressed. I don't talk to anybody about my community members. And that's my own server. It's not like I'm intentionally avoiding you. It's a mental health issue. Don't you get that? I do. It's like my job to help, but I can't watch it get worse and do nothing. That's not your call, though. That's not your call. Reiterate my thyroid issue, something I've told him about several times. I talk about my own personal life. There's no way he did not know. You know, it's really hard to realize that you're in a position, and they have to check my blood, make sure my hormones are in balance. I didn't figure out what caused is the imbalance. It's hyperthyroid. That's the word they had called it. Dude, this guy just plays ignorant about everything. And then they're just talking about the thyroid stuff continuously. This conversation really hurt me. I remained vague, did not say his name, but I did end up changing stream subject the day after to address what was on my mind, which was the invalidation of my feelings and well-being, which we have seen him do multiple times. I didn't tell anybody about this interaction I had with Shino, that my audience had no idea. It was about an individual, just a general statement about why mental health is important. I don't know much about Hashimoto's. That's a new one to me. Maybe you know much, a little bit about it, Am. I'm gonna keep scrolling. They're talking about they're struggling after their donathon. I would like to remark that I attempted to make an assertion about how I wanted the timer to go for my stream, but he denied it. Odd how he was so insistent I did not let the timer run while I was away. Yet during his partner's debut in February, the timer ran while she was AFK or sleeping. So again, just trying to control how she runs her donathon, right? It feels like it seriously undermines the idea that mental health really does determine the outcome of your streams, whether you're productive, energized, etc. These feelings need to be validated in talents, not overlooked and ignored due to the financial investment. Every talent, every streamer is a person, not a machine. Absolutely. Absolutely. She could not have said it any better, chat. So let's go take a look here at some of the quote retweets. You know, we saw Little Need. I've read the document for warning other small VTubers might read this. Don't give managers who don't need them. I mean, honestly, right now, guys, I gotta tell you, there are very few actual good managers out there. I feel like it's in your best interest to like just stay away from managers right now. Everybody applauding everybody for coming out with this. Which, I mean, really, like, I want to say it again, guys. They're so brave for putting this out. I mean, the work that went into this, the emotional investment, we really got to give some love to everybody. I was one of the individuals who provided screenshots. Give me some time to go through things here, and I'll address them as I can. No way he responded. No way he responded. Chat, there's no way. There's no way. There's no way. Oh no. They're probably tearing him up. I look forward to how you word your response. I feel like this is yeah, I can't wait to see you creatively trying to gaslight others. Oh no. How can I spin this to make me a victim? I'm gonna be real, chat. Looking at this situation, I don't see any way that, oh yeah, this guy stole me 5 clips and I gave up on it. Look, he even went after fucking Ravy Rain, like, oh my god. Oh my god. Hydra said, oh my god, this guy applied to be my manager. Holy shit. Now, you dodged a bullet, Hydra. Wow. I've never heard about this guy. Was before another streamer from Vegas. Absolutely horrendous. Wow. Yeah, there it is. There it is. I knew AJ was going to come out. Wow. Wow, chat. He managed for sins, too? Oh, no. Yeah, I've seen it what this guy's done. Don't condone Google Docs over personal beef. This is straight up stealing people's money. Exactly. No, this is past personal beef, chat. So let me ask you all. What do you think about this? What are your thoughts about this guy? I mean, we went through most of the document again. I know I'm surmised a little bit of things, but what do you guys think of this? What are your thoughts about this? Because to me, chat, this is just holy shit. Oh, it's a mess. It's more than a mess. I want this to be known. I want this to be known, chat, that we need to go and support all the victims of this, right? Guilty and Knee and Bibly and Plot, like they all need our support in this because this is crazy. There is no way that there's going to be a response that is even going to be remotely tied up in anything. There's no way. There's no way. Wow. I mean, do you think ultimately, chat? I don't think there's any way you could say otherwise. He's guilty, right? Like, type 1 if you agree. He's guilty, right, chat? Like, how do you come back from that? I don't see a way forward. I really don't see a way forward. He's toast. He's got to be toast, chat. I don't see it. I literally don't see it. He's toast, chat. He's absolutely toast, man. Just, he's done. He's done, chat. He's absolutely done. Well, my loves, that is all that I have time for today. I'm so sorry that we weren't able to get to some more news, but this is a very important story, guys. It definitely deserved our time, and I'm very glad that we covered it. I appreciate all of you being here, talking about this very serious situation. And I'm sorry we had a bit of a disconnect during the middle stream. That was kind of lame. That was kind of lame. So, guys, I will be looking for the update on this to talk about this more in depth from the manager. I will be looking forward to this. And I will let you guys know. So, guys, we will do some more news coming up on Sunday. Maybe I'll do some on Friday. We'll see what happens. But thank you guys so much for being here. Appreciate all of you. I know this was a very big story. Thank you for diving into it. I'm so sorry about the disconnect. And I appreciate all of you guys. Thanks for working through the tech issues with me. Guys, please have a lovely rest of your day. Go take care of yourselves. I have like a million calls today, so it's a very busy day for me. We're gonna go read the lovely Bibli, who of course was somebody that, was part of this document. So let's give them love. And thank you guys for being here. Love all you guys. See you tomorrow, okay? Tomorrow we'll be streaming a little bit later in the afternoon, okay? Bye, everybody. Have a good one.